Bada bing, bada boom, bada bitch. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Cursed Ones, where it has been way too long since we last streamed. But we're finally back. The
It
reasons
hasn't been
that
that.
we have, yeah, the reasons that I haven't been here. I was at Fan Expo 2022 in Canada, and then MCR. So things have been a bit busy. But I'm back. I'm a changed person now. Gerard Way personally gave me some gender, and now I'm a new person. And that means this whole campaign is starting anew. That's right, we're going back to level 1. We've rolled up
True.
new character. No,
For real.
we're actually
It's
just
not
continuing
true.
the same plot from before.
My bad.
Why?
Um, Tradition or something. I don't know. I don't question it anymore. I wake up in a fugue state on Saturday and I have to write for like 5 hours because I can't write any other time during the week. It doesn't make sense to my pea brain. I have to go to work, get my foot stepped on by my manager, and then I have to come home, write for 5 hours on D&D, go down a rabbit hole every other week. This week, I'm not going to get into it because that would be a spoiler. Anyways, the question
We'll
of the
find
day
out.
is shout someone out. It's not really a question. It's just like, who do you want to shout out? Because I feel like things have been so busy, and maybe things have changed. Maybe there's people we want to shout out. I don't know. Blue Man Group, who are you? Shout out.
Hey. I'm Cole. Right now I'm playing Cornelius. I think I wasn't here last session, so
You're
who
you're
knows what's happening?
you're still Cornelius.
All right, cool. I did not lose my job here.
Not yet.
Uh,
Not yet.
um, shout out to God.
True. Actually
True. Shout out to Jesus. What's another word that rhymes with Jesus? Cheez-Its.
True.
Close.
But yeah, is that your shout out?
Yeah.
Hi,
That's all you
I
need.
am Frou Frou
You
off the
think
shits.
I know?
I'm Dean the Dungeon Master, and I don't know, maybe like a charity or something. No, I don't know. But I actually do have a lot of people to shout out, so I'm gonna like rapid fire go through it because I have a bunch of business cards next to me. Um, and these are all just people from Fan Expo, because once again, I was at that. I had lovely conversations. If anyone is watching today because of Fan Expo, because it was on my business card, hi, welcome, thank you, and thank you extra if you bought one of my things. I love you. Mwah. All right, shout out time.
Look what's
Reese York, very, very cool guy. He gave me this print. He's a Sandman artist. He's very fucking
Hey,
cool.
yo.
Very rad. Bought a bunch of my shit. Love him to death. My table neighbor, Aaron Yee. Amazing artwork as well. Aaron Yee. You can find them on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, etc., etc. That's their information. Visions of the Rift. Very cool artist as well. Thought I'd shout them out just because I like their shit. The Storytellers Tavern. They came by and started talking about their Twitch stream to me, so I'm gonna shout them out here. Here's a QR code. I don't know what it leads to. Good luck. Have fun. Thank you, guys.
Hey,
Toronto
you should definitely
Gamers.
show that on your stream.
Yeah, no, exactly. Nothing can go wrong. If that bricks your computer, I'm fucking sorry. Blame the Storytellers Tavern, but I think they're a D&D podcast that I still need to check out. The Toronto Gamers. I think the one who talked to me, his name is Justin. Or no, it was Jason Trusdell. It actually says on here. This guy's very cool. Talked to me about queer representation in D&D. Very cool guy. Good organization. That's the shits. Enjoy. And I'm a Wonder, Tina Tran. A cool artist as well. That's their information. Very cool shit. Gave me a cool print. Very pretty. And last, Dragon Cat Alchemists. Have a bunch of cool dice and D&D shit. And that's actually not the last one. I fucking lied. Misty Mountain Gaming gave me these cool as fuck dice. Very cool shit. And final shoutouts. Oh shit, I have so many. Space D, 2D Day on Twitter. They were my table neighbor. Very cool person. Very rad. Talked with them a bunch. Very cool. And my other table neighbor, Pearlescent Squad. Very cool. And then Blackout Games. Support their Kickstarter. That's all. I have a lot. I was very busy. That's my shoutouts. Cool people. Check them out. Morgue, who are you? Yeah, got a shout out?
I'm Morgue. I play Arden. I don't know, my family, because I like them.
Good. Good shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Oh yeah, I'm not actually gonna do the song.
Aw.
Who are you? Who do you want to shout out?
Hi, I'm Cece. I play Sharpay. Also shout out to God. I don't think I appreciate his work.
True. This is literally just an
do?
excuse for me to shout out all of the people
That is
at
okay.
Fan Expo.
That is valid.
We gotta praise the Lord on our dear Sunday.
Very true. God bless. Thank you for
Look,
killing
man,
the
there's a
queen.
reason I'm here and not church, all right?
Thank you, God, for killing the queen. Finally. Took you fucking long enough, you little shit. Mwah. Shout out. All right.
Hot take, God could do better. Could have killed the queen sooner.
Could very
Good
true.
thing she didn't die 8 years ago.
Oh, it really is. Okay. So, recap from
What
last
the
session.
fuck happened?
What the fuck happened, indeed.
What the fuck did we do?
I don't know. Once again, I wasn't here.
Yeah, Cole wasn't here, exactly. I forget the first half of the session, but the second half of the session... Oh, it was the Bop to the Top puzzle, which is basically just, it was basically just Arden running through different dimensions up a ladder, while
Yeah.
Sharpay and Eros did,
It was,
like, one
it
of
was
those...
me
Oh, yeah.
handling it.
It was like one of those scenes in a Shakespeare production where the two, like, joke characters come to the front and start monologuing random bullshit. But imagine
Yeah.
that, but someone is having, like, the fight of their fucking lives in the background. That happened. Sharpay had a little bit of a breakdown, and then Eros promptly decided that they were going to throw Arden, like, 50 feet in the air and do a cool circus act during an
Made
intermission.
me feel better.
It was
It's because
very
we're
good.
the best.
And then the
We the
party got
best.
dropped down into the instrument section, where they had a very sick, epic, cool, pog as hell bard showdown, Battle of the Bards against Lorenzelot II. This was supposed to mimic the Ublex arc, as they were fighting the Ublex, who was Lorenzelot. And a bunch of revelations happened during that. There was a great scene. I highly recommend going back to watch it once I upload it to YouTube, because I forgot. But it was a very cool scene, and they actually managed to, through the power of music, like, summon the person that used to be Frou-Frou, which, by the way, Frou-Frou, throwback to the fucking Feywilds when Wilfred was confused to be a rich guy's Frou-Frou. It all comes full circle. Lorenzelot was the guy who owned Frou-Frou in the Feywilds, and Frou-Frou back. Frou-Frou real? Bullshit.
True.
Wow!
Wow! And they decided to win the day. They also managed to convince the nameless Minotaur to join their side by allowing him to share his true passion, the bell. And by the power of violently hitting bells,
hell yeah.
having a cursed beast with barely a function of a brain doing a Nat 20 fucking guitar solo shred, and generally the power of the metric song Black Sheep, they managed to win the day of the rap battle. It wasn't a rap battle, it was just a song competition. So that happened, and the session ended with the party returning back to the stage, and a rather ominous note, as Nameless was finally talking about perhaps leaving the show. And, you know, surely they wouldn't do... Surely nothing bad would happen to him. And then he vanished and got recast on the fucking spot. So we're gonna go into the what, the where, the why, the when, the how. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna get there. It'll be fine. Nameless is surely fine. I mean, it's not like when you stop
Nah, he
seeing that
probably
guy,
dead.
they no longer exist.
I don't know who they are.
I don't know who they
Yeah.
are either. Not a
Okay.
problem. Not my problem.
There was a dude that I bit. And
Looking
also,
away.
he maybe disappeared. I feel like that's what Arden remembers
away.
is just like... I feel like Arden doesn't remember him. She just remembers... She knows she bit
Looking
somebody.
away.
She's like, I know I bit someone.
But you don't.
And I know I gave someone a bell, or somebody gave someone a bell. Who was it that turned the coat into a bell? I don't remember anymore.
Who knows? Well, we'll have to find out. Perhaps.
It's one of us. I
maybe.
just don't remember.
I guess then.
Uh,
I guess we should probably just begin here. I forgot to pull up some ambiance tracks, so we're gonna quickly pull that up in the background because I like ambience. I like ambiance. 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 In the meantime, fuck, how do I stall for time? Shit. Another shout out. Shout out
True.
to Pixel Astronaut on Twitch, Pixelated Astronaut. Cool guy. That's
True.
all. Cool art. Cool guy.
Great to
Shit.
hear.
I'm just...
I started listening to Bardcore during the sessions in this arc. It means a lot to me.
I'm very glad. All right.
Can you get like circus clown music?
I unfortunately am not doing circus clown music, and I have pulled up the ambiance for the session.
So
So-
true, though.
So, we are good to go.
After that, can we ever be good to go again?
I'm sorry. Maybe one day I'll get you guys some clown circus music ambiance in the background.
It hurts.
But for now, I have turned on the ambiance. It's very quiet. That's okay. It's for the vibes only. As we get into session, what I think last time I counted was 119, the interlude. There is such thing as an underwater cliff. And despite the fact that gravity itself need not be adhered to underwater, there still somehow are these drops. And when you enter it, it's like pulling the curtains away from the real world. For you, Cornelius, there's a difference between the curtains closing above and below this threshold. One of them is a show inside a show, a pet project, a recap episode, a fun little meta-narrative for all the viewers to recap to. Once the curtains close upon that stage above, the subplot has ended, and the scene shifts to what is beyond the fake stage. The real stage is everything. And the real backstage is this cliff. Things always feel very sterile behind stage, without all the glitz and glamour of the act. It's all crushingly real. Makes you feel like there's this layer of grime underneath your skin. Beneath the island is a submerged skeletal building. It peculiarly takes the form of an old-timey diner, completely clad in old waterlogged subway tile, and there's always a foot of grimy water on the ground that illuminates in tiny golden algae with every movement you make. And there's a mechanism to the side of this room, a mismatch of hurdy-gurdy parts and rusted cogwork and strings. It's basically a ramshackle version of what we would now consider a jukebox. And it plays a slow tune, not unlike, in a musical, a love interest's wailing solo. And everything is kind of illuminated in this room by an eye-burning black light that kind of makes everything have this distinct neon quality about it. If I were to give examples, it would be like the scene in Moana with Tamatoa where it all goes completely black light illuminated. And sitting at this diner cafe bar is Envy, with a glass of glowing liquid sitting in front of him, and he's staring forwards, kind of in a daze for a moment. And when he turns to you, the flowers that exist always within his empty sockets rotate and bloom from forget-me-nots to golden roses. Oh, fancy seeing you here backstage. I see you're also called back for a moment.
Oh, yes, I'm not quite sure why.
I'm not quite sure myself, but from what I've heard, the director is on his way. But while we're waiting, you want a drink? Something like that? I mean, we've been putting on quite the show out there, and I mean, it couldn't be done without you, sir.
Oh, yes, it's been a great show. And why not? Might as well celebrate.
All right, and give me another round over here, please, for the second in command. The seat below the director. You know, you. The star of the show.
Yes.
It's kind of like eerie the way that he moves and like speaks. It's kind of in like that way that, I don't know, a ranking like grunt is still trying to enforce a hierarchy that doesn't need to be there, but they're trying to just convince themselves on how it works. But as you kind of like sit down on a diner seat, a margarita glass is slid over the table by literally nothing, and there's still kind of just like a glowing liquid inside of it.
I'll quickly apologize that my characterization's probably off because I'm running on very little sleep and I haven't played Cornelius in a while.
You're fine. I'm also entirely off because of also just like time away from everything. We're easing into it. It's completely okay. So,
Yeah.
what are we thinking about that oaf that wandered onto the set, the Hugo guy? I mean, it's funny how the previous director wanted that oaf to be in a romance. Like comic relief with the main, I mean, did you sign off on that, or did the studio execs make you do that?
Okay, sorry. I'm trying to remember, like, I think Cornelius still does love him.
If you want to whiz save, you can. I'm sure deep, like, he does. It's just like one of those things where it is like, I guess, a forbidden romance in the terms of like stage roles and how they work.
I think Cornelius will probably just be like, Hugo's a great guy.
Is he though? I mean, what does he do exactly? I mean, from what I've read, all he's really done is, I don't know, hit things with a hammer. Be
Well, he's
stupid.
Well, I'm going to be married to him.
They signed off on that?
I mean, as far as I know.
You actually think they're gonna get that through? They're gonna show that to the world? I don't think it's gonna go through. I mean, you do deserve something much better, frankly. I just don't really see it working out.
Well, it wouldn't be a satisfying conclusion without some sort of resolution.
I mean, I guess, but I mean, how many narratives have you seen crumble when the resolution itself isn't good? I mean, resolution can be good, but sometimes, I mean, it's better to just completely dump something for another.
Well, look, the story isn't heading that direction. We'll see how things go.
I've just, heard a little bit of chit-chat. And
What is that supposed to mean?
all I'm saying is that I'd say keep an open mind. I mean, I think there's much better places for your character to go.
Mm-hmm.
What is
He'll
that?
just continue to take a sip of his drink.
He's doing that thing where like he slides onto the bar and just kind of like has a hand like this and kind of tilts his head towards you. He doesn't really have eyelids to speak because they're hidden behind flowers that like cover his eyes in general, but you can feel the wink.
Cornelius is not picking up any of these
Excellent.
hints.
He just kind of frowns for a moment and turns back to his drink, where he downs it in one go, and just stands up, cracks his neck to the side a little bit. Doing a bit of a toll on myself, this show is. Oh gosh. When do you suspect we'll be done for the next break?
That was out of character. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm very lost in where we are and everything, so...
It's just nonsense, really.
Well, who can say?
Who can, that's for sure. Right, well, gonna skedaddle. For now, get stuff set up. Maybe I'll linger around for a little bit longer. We'll see. But if you have any ideas for script rewrites, I mean, then just let me know. And if you ever want to hear some suggestions, I mean...
That's not for me to decide.
Fair enough. And Envy kind of just grabs his drink, downs the rest of it, slams it on the table, to which it kind of sinks into this diner table and just vanishes in ripples. And he starts wandering away. You can kind of tell that he's still lingering in the room. It's kind of just he, like, goes to the side, leans against, like, one of the walls, and just contemplates to himself for a moment. And there's probably just a moment of quiet where you're able to just drink, just waiting for the director to show up, in a sense. But not too long after this kind of period of waiting, the lights begin to come through a window of the tavern. This tavern is, like, completely submerged underwater, so around everything is just oceanic life. But it's suddenly swallowed up. Alongside the black light of the tavern, it all kind of turns a sudden stark white as wrapping around almost every single window is just gold. It's physically not how an eye should look through it. It's just like everything around you. It has the quality of like a TV screen where this projection is just immediately coming through it. And it's familiar, of course, cold and comforting, and reflects like an animal's through a camera lens with deep red in the endless pupil that is inside the precipice's eye. Cornelius, my shining star, brighter than the sun itself. You're really making quite the spectacle up there.
We sure are. Glad everything is going well.
It is. For the most part. But of course, that's not by the lack of your efforts, but rather the effort of people around you, Cornelius.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Why, of course. From what I've noticed, not enough people are putting their all into this like you are. And if your troupe, your closest pupils, aren't putting their all in, then what kind of example does that give to the other actors? That they can just get away with that? From what I've learned over the years, a show is only as good as its weakest asset.
I can certainly make the suggestion, but I assure you I cannot make up for their experience.
Experience isn't the problem. It's themselves. Not everyone is cut out for this like you are. Quite simply. Not everyone is built for the limelight, and while I respect your admiration, bring together a group of people who have their own talents. You've done this the old-fashioned way. Casting calls, auditions, etc. And while that brings in good talent, sometimes you just have to scout for the right one. Grab them by the ankles and drag them onto the stage yourself. Quite
Are you saying we bring someone in mid-show?
Why? Perhaps I'm saying that some people are trying to sabotage this production. I thought I'd bring it to your attention, at the very least, and allow you to decide if a replacement is in order.
How am I supposed to know who's looking to do that? Everyone else has been,
The jukebox contraption just begins to life as it begins to tick and kind of just like a clock as the previous sounds of music begin to string into like, it's almost like how MIDI files can sometimes sound like they have human voices in them. It kind of whirs to life as you begin to hear a recording of a voice that for a second is foreign but immediately floods into your head as that Minotaur who doesn't exactly have a name that you remember, but they are part of your troupe and still probably a valuable asset, all things considered, and you just hear the following words just echo through the room. I don't think I want to be part of this anymore. I mean, I'm sick of the production. It's not even all that good. Not really getting paid or anything. Quite honestly, I think the guy leading this thing is a little bit of a woo. But thank you guys for showing me my real passion. This is probably what I want to pursue. A lot more than this, but good stepping stone along the way. Guess I'll just, I don't know, slide off for now and take my leave. And it clicks off.
I see what you mean.
All I'm saying is I don't know if you have them all intertwined enough with the status quo as they should be.
I'll give them a pep talk. Surely that will get everyone excited. ready to finish off strong?
Perhaps. That would be good for the rest of the cast, but for someone walking out mid-show.
We'll have to find a replacement. Luckily not a huge role in the show, but enough to where I think it'd be best if we find someone who could fill in.
And how do you
Did you
propose we find someone right now? Put out another
do we have
audition.
any understudies? Did we get any of those?
You didn't cast any.
All right. We'll make it work. I don't know right now, but the show must go on, as they say.
I want to show you something.
Okay.
Despite the fact that I have final say over everything in this show, you are still the main character, no matter what. And in stories, the main character is what everything bends around. At the end of things, you are the center of it all. And if something doesn't revolve correctly around you... Have you ever heard of a retcon before?
I believe so.
That's what we do when something doesn't exactly fall into line anymore. We take it, change it. No one says a word. Considering they're just a nameless goon, I mean, what harm would it do for a little retcon?
Out of character question. Does this person have lines?
Nameless?
Considering I have not been the one planning this, actual session or anything, in the future, did Nameless have any big role to play besides just kind of being a background character? I guess I'm just asking, does Cornelius know a specific moment in his mind that he's like, oh crap, I need to figure this out quickly?
I suppose in your head, you know that you cast Nameless to be that bronze dragonborn.
Okay.
Though unfortunately, you've heard recently in general that the world has been a little bit retconned in general regarding that dragonborn.
Mm-hmm. But we're not at that point yet in the story,
We're not at that point yet. To your knowledge, they're still important.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So he's probably a bit worried right now.
Yeah. It's a very stressful thing to have to suddenly fix everything at once because they are indeed walking out mid-production and they do have upcoming lines.
All right, that's all I needed to know for that part.
Yeah, no.
We'll do what needs to be done.
So retcon is in order?
Well, if they're walking out, then I suppose we will have to find someone else.
Why don't we make someone else?
Make someone?
Why, yes. Every
Well, I
main
mean,
character needs a good ensemble. And considering the fact the world revolves around you, how do you think they all come to be? They serve function. The plot, the narrative, as long as the main character needs something to be filled. They'll be created.
Well, I mean, that makes things simpler.
Excellent. So,
Do I need to do anything if they're just going to be made?
Well, now that you've agreed, it's already been done. Easy as that.
It's settled then.
Excellent.
The show can go on.
That it will. I just wanted you to know that you can truly do anything as long as you set your mind to it.
I'll keep that in mind.
So it's been resolved.
All right, good, good.
But there is one more thing we need to address.
Uh,
It's not something I ever wanted to bring into this production because I realize its importance to both you and, well, as a connoisseur of the arts like myself.
what would that be?
We're having a small rewrite. A quick detour. Before your rise to a hero, it's an in media res type situation, but in the middle of things. I'll handle that aspect. You just do your thing and play along until things are ready. I know I promised you control over your game, Cornelius, but orders from my brother. Best to follow along with the senior director.
All right. Well, is there anything I need to know about this rewrite?
Quite simply, there's some things they thought necessary to bring to this group's attention. Just pretend it makes pretend.
I can pretend.
Apparently, there's some things we skipped over that they deem important enough for this group to realize are plot significant in ways that don't correlate exactly to you.
Okay. Well, I'll play along.
Excellent. Improvise. I mean, of course, I know you're wonderful at it, and it'll give you that much more weight when you pull through a sudden obstacle and save the day.
It'll be just that much more satisfying in the end.
Exactly. Glad we could connect like this. And I promise you, once this small setback is over, the show is rightfully yours. And you'll be able to bring it home with that big finale.
I'm happy to perform here.
Wonderful. And I'm truly happy that you decided to really take on this important role. You truly don't understand how important it is to everything.
Well, it's an honor to be a part of all of this.
That it is. Now, what was that next act again? Right. The Mourning Mother of Snowdell. So, back to where we were. The curtains open in front of you, Arden and Sharpay. There was that moment where you guys were finished up that act underneath the ground. You saw the cast change right in front of you. Nameless vanished into thin air. And as these curtains open, on your guys' tongue, there's a memory of someone, a large hulking form, but the features are hidden in a sudden stark face blindness. There's a distant ringing of a bell before the Minotaur known as... that memory slips. And as the lights shine down where that shadow of a memory used to stand, there is now a Yanti woman, with a maw much larger than a human's stretched from cheek to cheek. She turns her face from you all, that was just previously having a conversation in a whole different voice, to the audience. You don't know when you got on stage from beneath it all, but you're here. It's like everything suddenly shifted. Like a literal cut in the camera brought you here. And she steps out into white light as snow begins to fall from the sky. And it's at this moment Arden and Sharpay, you realize as this scene has kind of changed, a lot of other stuff has as well. Lily is gone. Eros is gone. Benny is still gone. And stepping out right next to you, of course, is Cornelius. You guys have a moment to discuss.
I need to go.
Hey,
to the
welcome back,
bathroom.
dude.
Cornelius
I
just
forgot
stands there and
something.
doesn't answer us.
Oh, give me just a moment. He fucking hightails it off to go piss. He forgot his costume.
Are we still on like the like you
No
described last
judgment.
time, like the Broadway style stage this time?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, it's changed. Do you
Ooh.
know those stages where you are literally surrounded every single side by audience and there is literally not a backstage?
Yes.
That is currently what the stage looks like. You're in an in-the-round theater.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
Well, Charvet probably like spins around, just like,
There's still
Okay.
just an entirely silhouetted audience staring with just golden eyes buzzing at you.
Oh, I also this is an
Lovely.
unrelated question. Was Envy Ivy just in there through that entire scene? Was he just like standing there?
Just in the background?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he just like turned his ears off?
Yeah, no, he was literally just fucking standing there.
He's chill.
He's
That's
chill.
fine.
Exactly.
I just wanted to ask because I thought about that. I thought it was funny.
literally just vibing. What else can I say?
So true.
He is
Yeah, no.
just standing there.
You guys are kind of just like at the corner of the stage right now, while the Yanti is walking to the middle.
I see.
And the lights are currently off, you all, and your microphones have been switched off for the second.
Well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Are there any like set pieces or is it just empty stage?
Right now, it's just empty stage, though there is a slightly raised pedestal in the middle at the moment.
I see. Would we be able to like recognize the Yanti one and like is she at all like resembling Triao in like costume or is it just like
Go ahead and roll investigation.
I will do that.
Please do.
Well, it's a 10.
I'd say that you squint, but like it's so hard to be able to like you don't fully know what they're going for in this costume, to be honest. It's like a mix match of different characters' outfits from the series. Like there is a crop top situation happening, which you could link to Triao, but there's also like a giant like coat running down it that is not like Triao's period accurate to this time costume. Like she has like markings everywhere, like old runic inscribed text in there. I mean, on the one hand, her scales are kind of vaguely copper, so like yeah, that makes sense, but on the other hand, it's like it's one of you get the sense that it's one of those like theater costumes where it has multiple roles, but if you like changed one bit or took a layer off, that's like a whole different character, quote unquote.
I see. Yeah.
But right now, she's not giving you big tits Triao energy.
Yeah. In that case, then Sharpay does not know what we're going for here. She's just like, okay, new character just dropped, I guess.
New character just dropped. Did you want to roll
Yeah.
history to see if you can discern what new character just dropped?
Sure.
Cool. I mean, it's your history, so.
I fucked it up again. It's 11.
Oh my god.
She's checked out. She does not care that much what's going on.
You're kind of just like, fuck. Did we ever fight a Yanti? Was there ever a Yanti in this entire fucking campaign that we fought? Like, that's kind of the thought going through your head right now. You do not remember a Yanti, and that's like what you're dead stuck on right now. It's just like, who the fuck is this? Snake?
Oompst.
Snake?
Snake?
So yeah, you have no idea who this is currently going to portray. Yeah, no, there is just I guess now is when Cornelius also steps out of the darkness right next to you guys, as you're
Hi,
trying
back
to discern
again.
who this is.
Welcome back.
Yo, Cornelius. You know who this
Hmm?
is supposed to be?
Why, that's Trio.
In this scene, it's Hara.
Oh, never mind. It's Hara.
But also cast as Triao.
I'm
Double
trying so
cast.
hard to follow along.
That's okay, it's hard.
Okay. Sure. Good to know.
Are you guys not more angry at them?
Are the lights not on yet?
They're
Oh,
just
are we not
turning
doing
on.
thing?
They're turning on,
Okay,
yes.
got it.
It's kind of just like one of those things where she's slowly like doing kind of like movements and such on the stage of like kind of, I'd say that she's like doing the motions of folding clothes right now, getting stuff prepared, ruffling stuff, tucking in beds and such, and the like very domestic kind of movements, I guess, under a spotlight right now, while the rest of you guys are off to the side of this in the round stage. Mics are off on all three of you guys and are just focused on her right now.
Sharpay just like puts her hands on her hips and just like kind of squints. Like she hasn't said anything yet, so I don't know if in character I'm supposed to be mad yet. But sure, I'll be mad.
So you're just projecting anger.
Yeah.
I'd say at that
You're like,
point,
this is right, yeah?
I'd say right as you do that, like the lights do start to shine on you guys, like very dimly and such, as as like, I don't know, I guess just the lights on Hara start to look a little bit more red as the ones on you start to look a little more gold, in just like the manner of like separating very obviously, this is the bad, this is the good kind of ordeal. And she kind of like stands up from where she's standing, like mimes putting a folded clothes on her hand, and looks down to where there is quite literally nothing for like on the stage, but you get the sense that she is looking down fondly at something. And she looks at you all for a moment in kind of this like wistful stare, and then turns to face the audience as snow begins to fall from the sky. And she just looks down to where, once again, there is nothing. It's just entirely a miming act at the moment. And after a moment of considering walking away, she slumps down to the side, does like kind of a brush away hair motion, and
On her
begins
bald fucking head because she's a snake.
on like the nothingness. She's doing it to the nothing, like brushing a hair away tenderly, like a parent of a child.
I
who's
see.
sleeping.
Okay. I see.
Bald fucking head. No. And she is just going to very gently begin to sing a song. You who I cradled in my arms, you asking as little as you can. Little snip of a little man, I know I'd give my life for you. You didn't ask me to be born, you. Why should you learn of war or pain? To make sure you're not hurt again, I swear I'd give my life for... And the stage lights turn red. The air goes cold. She stands up. The day I lost my children was the day I swore that I would destroy all the good in the world, including the likes of you, the followers of Genesis. And she snaps her fingers as the lights suddenly spotlight down onto you guys. And you are all, like, kind of once again, like the camera has changed. You are all, like, immediately shifted from corners of the stage to the center, like all back to back around one another, as she is now like in the front and not the middle. You are in the middle now. If the stage choreography makes sense. Trust me.
I believe you. Arden just like points, she's like, "Excuse you, I've never followed anyone in my life." Accurate.
Oh god, very true. And as like your mic picks this up and such, very quickly. Hi Jack, by the way. Welcome to chat. You are all just encased in this snow globe of ice. As it starts to like start from the ground, and it just do you guys like know how in those time lapses of water freezing it's like those cool snowflake patterns that like ripple out? It kind of wraps around you like that as you guys are put into a 30-foot globe back to back from one another, the middle of the stage spinning to show you all off. Is there any like poses or expressions that should be highlighted right now as you are captured in this globe of mystery and pain and sorrow?
Sharpay is just like miming like a gasp, but like very half-heartedly.
I guess Cornelius is probably like those stances where you see someone that's like a villain and they're like
Is Arden still saying like, I don't follow anyone?
Oh yeah, no, she's absolutely gonna say that. She's like, "Excuse you, I've never followed anyone before in my life."
Like it spins around and such, and as you reach like the front of the stage, it like starts getting picked up, and as you turn around again, it slowly fades off again. Like, excuse you, I've never followed anyone in my life. Just like that's kind of the effect.
I mean, I feel like she does her best to time it, so she maybe says it like kind of fast, just while they're near a mic. She's like, no. I'm not following anybody, nor have I ever.
You're like speaking into the mic every single time that it rotates around to you. All right, and my brain just short-circuited. Okay, and as you guys are encased in this ice sphere, you see as on the other sides of this stage, 2 other snow globes appear with rotating center platforms and people standing on top of them. It is then that your guys' centerpiece stops moving, and you guys are all just put back to back in this scene. And from the ground, in like kind of icy noises, like of breaking and then shaping itself, and like I guess all I can do to describe it is like howling frigid winds, shaping 2 ice statues that begin to appear in front of you guys, and they depict the 2 people inside the snow globes around you, which I will describe momentarily. But Cornelius, in front of you, from the ground, the ice begins to form a very Excalibur-esque scene where there is a pedestal and a long-edged broadsword just stabbed into it. A very regal-looking weapon, packed in ice, that has a bunch of glowing runes down the center. It is very clearly a very powerful, very holy weapon that appears in front of you in a display.
Well, I guess I'm supposed to take it.
All right, Cornelius, you reach forward, and it clicks out from the bottom, and you unsheath it, and there's like a trail of snowy mist that follows as you hold it up in presumably a cool as fuck pose. I mean, let's be real. And
what else did you do with the sword?
Exactly. Hara walks up to the side of the snow globe and is just going to look to you all. I was a scornful, mourning woman, racked with grief. 2 spawn of the light, with their lights snuffed before my eyes, my children, taken by the beasts. What gave the world the right to choose them instead of me? What gives anyone the right? What gives you the right to make sacrifices? Or are you just serving Genesis? Are you truly the heroes you claim to be? Well, what if I don't believe in such a thing? Well, they say seeing is believing for a reason. If you have the right to take lives in the name of Genesis, then prove it. Show me what makes your morality tick, heroes. Why did your gods' beasts take my children from me? Confess how you choose your sin. What makes it holy in your hearts? And she does a dramatic gasp as she, like, falls down the side of the snow globe. Or, let the cold consume your heart as it has mine, and all of you will meet my star children in death. It is then that within this snow globe, snow begins to fall from the top and begins to pool up around your guys' ankles. You get the sense that in but a few minutes, the snow will entirely encase you all in this snow globe. So there are two other ones to the side with people inside them, 2 statues, and a glowy sword.
Oh no, I know what this is now.
Well, I feel like what we should do is just break out of the snow globe, right?
Yeah. She's gonna like lean down and like whisper to Arden, I'm gonna be real with you, like this part obviously wasn't like it's not what happened, because you know the Genesis thing. So I don't know what they expect us to say. I'm gonna put this on Cornelius. Just let him deal with it.
Throw that shade. Never hesitate.
Well, I know.
What do we do, Cornelius?
This is an end character right now. I know that this is definitely mirroring the Sword of Confessions.
Yes, it is.
And what happened in that fight. What Cornelius has to confess, though.
Oh, he doesn't have to confess anything.
Oh,
Basically,
okay.
yeah, no. She basically what... Why did this turn off? My light turned off. That's weird. Anyways, so I guess like the gist of this is that the blade itself, I'll say that it's inscribed in runes, and you can read them. They're in like abyssal, whatever kind of language you would understand due to your connections to the prophecy itself. We'll call it abyssal. Or, not the prophecy, the precipice. And they do just read, choose your sacrifice. So instead of a confession, it's kind of being replaced with make a sacrifice.
But why?
But why?
I feel like that's actually worse. Okay, but that's worse for drama. If Arden knew what was happening, she'd have so many questions. But she doesn't actually know what happened the original time around, I don't think. So
Yeah.
she's like, wait, you had to sacrifice a person to get this? Everyone's like, no. She's like, then what is this? Anyway.
It is the retelling of a scene that no one in this troupe was actually here for, so they don't know what happened.
What are
we should absolutely call them on it. It'd be like, look, you've had us here for a while now.
What were you saying, Cole?
You could have just asked.
What are the figures in the other two?
Why, thank you for asking. Let me eat my bubble, and I will respond. So, inside these 2 other snow globes, on the left, there is a rabbit folk. Short in stature, but riddled with anxious movement. Their beady black eyes kind of dart around in confusion, adjusting to the light around them. They're wearing a leather backpack with a red bedroll tied up and at its back. There's a sash around their torso and a relatively plain outfit underneath it. It's set apart from like most of the garb of the material plane by fabric that looks unnatural to any mammal native to this dimension. It looks more like something from the Feywilds. Their fur is tan with a streak of white, kind of from like their muzzle up to the top of their forehead. And they have a little pink button nose and a backpack stuffed full of letters and papers and a mailbag at their hip, equally stuffed with this material. Their gaze is kind of riddled with anxious movement and their foot is tapping rapidly. And so yeah, rabbit folk is the gist of that one. Rabbit folk with mail in their bag. The other one... Now, Cole, stop me if you've heard this one before. An air genasi with rounded features atop purple skin that is blushed with cyan and dotted with freckles. 2 spectacles sit at the bridge of a button nose, and their face is covered in hair made of pink and yellow clouds.
Okay.
Their garb is made simple and functional. They have a knit jacquard sweater over like a light pink shirt. Simple pants, a size or two too big, and a long flowing scarf that reaches down to the floor. Very similarly, their eyes are darting around in anxiety right now. Yeah. Also, thank you for the raid, the initiative order. I'm assuming you're a D&D show, so I hope that your session went well. Hello, hello, hello. We are in the middle of a funny little morality game. So yes, these are the two options.
Here's the thing though. We don't need this sword because it's fake. So like,
I mean, I haven't tested it yet, so I don't know if it's really fake.
I will note that inside the snow globe with you guys is also a statue of the rabbit folk and of the Air Genasi, and both of them are locked up. And as you guys are given a moment to adjust to the scenes, you slowly hear as their mics are turned up, and you start to hear, okay, what is going on in here? I mean, I was literally just locked in the basement, and then suddenly I'm up in a snow globe of all places? Seriously, I really just want to go back to my job, so if you could please just drop me off, maybe somewhere a little bit nicer. It's actually really proper chilly in here, so it would be really, really nice.
British. Deaf. Jesting. I'm out of character. I had to say that.
So rude.
I see. This is another out of character question that's been nagging at me since like the first session of this arc. Do you call them lobs, like with a B?
Yeah. Don't call me out.
Just out of pure curiosity.
What word?
Lobs.
I think
You
they're
mean
like
globes?
I think
Snow
they're lav
globes?
mics. I think it's a V. I'm sorry, I just I've just been thinking about that ever since I heard you say with the B. I'm like,
Lob.
am I wrong?
Short
Am
for
I the one
lavalier?
that's wrong? Yeah,
it's
lavalier mics.
lavalier.
Yeah, they're lav mics. Okay, yeah.
I swear I've heard them as lobs before, but I must be just the Canadian accent people around
That's
me
okay.
saying lob, but it sounds like lob.
That is fair. This has nothing to do with this session. I just had to ask.
Thank you. Maybe it's a Spanish V. Thank you, Alex, is my name one. Maybe it is. Your dungeon master may be stupid.
Anyway,
okay.
Cornelius is probably holding the blade kind of like forward, maybe in between the two statues as a way of like, he understands what's about to go down. But we should probably think about this a little bit more before, possibly killing someone.
You guys here just like, why do I hear my own voice right now, like really loud? Is it this little thing on me? And he's like gonna poke around with his lav. And like you guys hear like the rummaging of like hand on mic, like that type of like shit. And he's just like, oh, that is a absolutely dreadful noise. Okay, never mind. People in the big globe, do you know what's going on?
I believe we have to make a choice of who to live and who to die.
Obviously, they both live. I feel like the minute Arden hears that, she's like, oh, so we're doing it like that. She's going to try and break the globe. Because these are in separate globes from us, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Well, she's going to at least give the old college try on breaking out of this one and getting into theirs.
Very fair. How do you want to go about this?
I mean, honestly, I use a Warhammer. I feel like that'd be pretty effective.
Yeah.
So I'll do that.
I mean, if it's just a
I
snow
just realized I
globe,
don't have my sheet open.
how
That's
strong could it be?
that's
roll to
fine. This is fine.
Roll to hit. Gaymer.
There we go. Now my character sheet's open.
Always got to get a good sheet open there.
Yeah. Dice. I did have my dice next to me.
Don't have
to hunt those down always.
Good old dicey
All
dice. I got some cool dice today.
Let's see. 18 plus 10, so 28 to hit.
28. That does indeed hit. So you're just going to quickly whip out your Warhammer from the side and swing it back. Spin it around a little bit in your hand, swing it backwards, and slam it down into the side of the snow globe. Please roll damage for me, just base damage.
Let's see. Plus 4. Yeah.
Big
Is
old
that even
damage.
accurate? I need to
I
check
don't
how
know.
that works. Well, anyway. I'm assuming it is for now, so that's 12.
12 damage. And as you slam it down on the side of the snow globe, while indeed you kind of like manage to get a little bit of an anchor inside of it, it chisels a little bit inwards, some ice, little tiny bits fall to the ground. There is like this dry ice sensation where just, I don't know exactly the gas that it is on dry ice, but there's just this like blow of wafting air that rushes over you, and it kind of crawls up your arms where you're holding your warhammer, and you are also going to take 12 damage, but in cold damage in response.
That's okay. I probably have more hit points than this glass orb does, so...
Go for it.
Cornelius, I just want to say that this is most certainly damaging set property.
Okay.
But it is up to Cornelius on how he what he says, or how he feels about
What her
it.
character would do.
True, because it is in Arden's character.
It's incredibly in character.
They'll probably be like, must be impenetrable. I think we only have one way out of this.
We're not doing any murder.
Is Arden gonna swing again?
She did it did do something, right? Like it did.
I mean, it did a little tiny chip, yes.
Here's the well, you know what? Maybe she'll use the pointy end of the warhammer and just
Sure.
focus in right on that chip.
Sure.
She has the dexterity. I mean, if there's anything,
You know, when
we're going for it. Let's see.
those
15
things.
plus 10 is 25.
25 to hit, all right. So Arden once again like reaches back right as Cornelius says this, and it's going to slam it in once again. This time, like flipping around to the pointy side, drives it right into that spot you've already put a crack in. What's the damage?
Let's see.
Reminds me of this little warhammer I got over here.
It is,
Damn.
and I believe when you look at the damage, you add your like the bonus that it had, or like it. You just add proficiency, right? Or do you add proficiency and
you add your strength or dex? It depends on the type of weapon. But no, you
I just
don't
wanted
add
to check 'cause
proficiency
I
to
was
the
I was a
damage.
little off. I had just forgotten to bring it up to 5 instead of 4.
Proficiency is to roll to hit. Then it's just like strength dex for the actual damage.
Okay, yeah. So I just
I'm-
forgotten to
if I'm
change it when I
remembering
changed.
correctly,
When my
if anyone-
dexterity changed, I didn't
I think
change the
that's how it
damage. So
works.
Yeah.
I do the same amount of damage this time, so 12. Because this time I
12.
rolled 7, but I'm adding 5
Alright.
instead of 4.
You swing back, slam into the side of this thing again.
We're using this like a pickaxe.
And
Let's go.
this time, a tiny little cracks out from the center of it. You are once again going to take 12 cold damage as more of that kind of gas just like reaches your arms and starts to kind of just like give them this frigid chill. Like there's starting to be marks of ice burns on top of your hands, but you are still grasping firmly onto this warhammer. And there is
Yeah,
a
but
tiny
here's the
little
thing.
crack.
Guess what? I still have 100. Here's the thing about glass. You just get that crack all the way through, and it's over.
True.
Like I worked in a hot shop, me personally, and let me tell you, if you manage to put a crack in the glass, then everything falls apart.
You hear from the other globe, from the rabbit folk, just like, are we supposed to be breaking out of these things? Is that the point of this whole thing? 'Cause I don't have
Honestly,
one.
I think the point of this is that we're supposed to pick one of you to die, but I'm not doing that. So this is what I'm doing instead.
Oh, well, thank you, actually. That's really nice. Why would they, is this some sort of, like, messed up death game or some shit?
Honestly, yeah, but death play more.
And at the same time, both the Genasi and the rabbit folk go, why?
Cornelius will probably realize that they're not up to speed and kind of like move his mic away. Go like, don't worry, it's all part of the show.
What show?
Just gives him an incredibly unimpressed look.
I was literally
She's like,
just-
that lava earlier was real. This is also real.
Yeah, that one, like the thing with the caves, I felt victimized.
Yeah. Yeah,
Can
I did almost
sue?
die, didn't I?
I think this is legal grounds to sue you guys for negligence, or at least attempted murder or something.
No, definitely.
You know, it'd be
do.
real nice if
Who is
that
running
were
this
at all possible.
operation?
Honestly, I'm not sure we're currently in a country, like at all.
Real.
Where
I'm not sure if
exactly
you actually
are we
can.
right now?
As it's an island.
An island in the middle of the ocean, somewhere.
I don't know. That's jurisdiction.
It's a little vague.
I hope it's not
honestly.
Waldenshire. If it's Waldenshire, we're kind of fucked.
But
I need
once
you
again-
both to tell me why you deserve to live.
Whoa,
This is a choice I must make.
Both of them at the same time. Just
Dude, you do understand you don't have to make that choice, right? Oh, I'm not Arden's like, oh, it's me that's doing this. And then she's gonna hit the same spot again.
All right, you start doing that, Cornelius. You're gonna start to interrogate them.
Well, yeah, he's asking for a reason from
Okay.
both of them.
Well, the rabbit folk is just going to go, okay. So, yeah, you're obviously a little less merciful. Are we doing like introductions or something, or are we just talking like morality and such, like what we believe in, good deeds we've done? What are you looking for in a good person?
I just need... Look, I have a choice to make here. And it's clear there's no way out without making this choice.
Arden
So I
swings
need you-
again.
How do you even know that you need to make Arden's just like, how do you even know you need to make a choice? Literally nothing about this is obvious. We're in an orb, and some other people are in other orbs.
Yeah,
Cornelius, do you
I
want
have
to
a blade.
Clarification, please.
I have a blade. Okay, well, then, hi, my name is Ozzy. I am a post person, originally from the Feywilds. I deliver post all the time, and I know that there's male spirits and such, but still, I think that there's a lot of value in having post people who are actually willing to go to other dimensions, and that's why I'm, like, really important, because I go to the other planes, like the Feywilds and stuff, so if you ever want to contact a loved one in the Feywilds or the Outlands and such, like, you have to know someone from the Feywilds, right? I mean, we've all integrated and such. You know anyone from the Feywilds, buddy? He does not.
I don't know if... Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think he does. I don't. but
Tisk
perhaps
tisk,
one of you-
Cornelius, you don't get out enough.
Okay, well, you should absolutely take a trip over there sometime, and, I can put in a good word with the princess. Shutu. You probably don't know Shutu if you don't know much about the Feywilds.
You're like the rest.
I know
Well, I guess
Shutu. I
Arden
can
doesn't.
vouch.
Okay. Yeah, no, I can set you up with anything like that. Or if you have any letters you need to be delivered. I mean, I was the one who originally delivered you that letter, when you were trying to recruit Envy. Yeah, that was me. Me. Please don't kill me.
Dang,
This
that's
is
actually
not
pretty cool.
something I want to do.
Is it not? I mean, your friends here are actually trying to escape, and you're just immediately like, yeah, murder. That's the option.
Cornelius is clearly
For
trying to
shame,
stay in
Cornelius.
character. And so he's gonna look at the unnamed British man for an answer.
Okay, murder. Is that what we're okay, introductions. Hi, I'm Jesper Vitrick. I quite literally, I'm just kind of a librarian. Okay, I'm not really giving myself a good reason to not be killed here. But I'm an archivist. I archive important materials. I have a lot of information about like curse war records and such. I have a lot of that in my collection. Very important documents that I try to tend to and such. And I'm really firm in the belief that knowledge is power, and that knowledge should be spread from one generation to another. It's like a really important thing and such, because a lot of information was erased from history. A lot of information about Genesis. I mean, you're like a good guy, right? So if you wanna take that guy down, then you're gonna need some good information. And I have some records I could probably get you hooked up with. Information like that.
Cornelius is then like, he realizes what has just been said. And so I think he's gonna swing his sword towards the statue.
What the
Jesper.
fuck?
Okay. Does anyone want to make a move to stop this in any way?
Yes.
Sharpay would try
Okay.
to stop that.
Get my
I
weapon
think-
out, and I have so much speed.
Okay. I would like contested sleight of hand from Cornelius. And I guess who wants to roll the sleight of hand? I guess at advantage, because
Arden probably
one of you will be
should.
giving the help action.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
I'll know
dexterity
that
is.
for
I don't have
sure.
proficiency, but I am.
I think I'm gonna give
so
you guys
dexterous.
both. I think I'm gonna give you guys both advantage on this because Cornelius like didn't even like make any attempt to tell anyone that he's swingy. He just fucking goes for it without any warning. So that's like gonna be hard to really see coming. So advantage, and
Well, it's
Arden,
good
you
I had
also get
advantage.
advantage.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
sleight of
15
hand.
Didn't
plus
change anything.
5, so 20.
I got a
20.
15 myself, so.
Oh, I mean, not bad for a Cole roll.
Okay. I got a 12, so it's good that Arden was here.
Okay, Cornelius, without like any second thought, you raise the sword up to the side and start slamming it downwards. Arden, you with like your warhammer and such about to like swing it down, you immediately swing it around and probably use it to block the sword like this,
Oh, yeah.
that kind of thing. Just like take a step backwards and you're holding it in front of this statue. Like knees digging into the ground as this is a fucking killing blow that you just deflected.
Okay, wait a fucking minute. Wait a minute.
Dude.
What did I say? What did I
He's
say?
a
What did I say? What did I say?
servant.
What did
You
I
don't
say?
Did you not hear what he just said?
What? What about it?
Yeah, and
Look, his morals do not align with ours.
do they not?
Morals!
That's right. There's something wrong with you. Forgot about that.
We're fighting for
Arden's getting
Genesis.
weird as time goes on.
Can I just like try to speculate a bit on the deeper meaning of this predicament? Hara believes clearly that she is able to have control over the universe. The meaning of Genesis means that, you know, the world is vast and beautiful and anything can happen, and it isn't always within our control when bad things happen, but that means that good things happen without our control too. It's the beauty of life. And if Hara is trying to tell us that we need to, you know, take charge and kill someone, we don't have to do that. She's wrong. We don't have to do what she says. We can break out.
Cornelius, roll a
Yeah,
wisdom
honestly, I think
saving
we should just.
Huh?
roll a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
Oh, yeah.
Me?
Go.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Her pay is doing so good.
At disadvantage. All right.
Sometimes
I'd like to
don't
point
know.
out that both of my
Winning.
rolls for both things have been within one number of each other. So like last time I got 13 and then 12. This time I got 11 and then 10. So that is I don't have any plus to wisdom. So that's 10.
Okay. For a moment, Cornelius blinks, and his eyes are not gold for a moment when you say, we don't have to follow what she thinks. But immediately, normal Cornelius. Golden eyes.
GoldenEye 007.
Well.
Arden's just like, look, I really don't think that we should just immediately go for, okay, sure, let's just kill one person when we
That would be
can
nice.
just not do that. Like, a little problem solving outside of that would be nice. I mean, it's far more interesting from a... everybody loves to see the character take the third option. Everybody loves that. That's like the favorite... Like, if you're reading a story and somebody's like, oh, you have to kill one of your friends or the others, there's always a third option. And the person who takes the third option is the hero. So we gotta do that.
What people are we fighting against if we do not stop those against us?
These people aren't against us. This is a librarian and a post office worker. What are you gonna... We're level 16. What are they gonna do? Just...
I do have a bit of magic, if that does mean anything, but I probably shouldn't have said that.
That's
yeah,
great
again,
to
but
hear.
like, let's be real here. We could probably take you. I don't think it'd be that hard. No offense, but
Okay, I just want to
if
say
you mostly
that's
work in a
actually-
library, that's not the same as going out and doing combat, right? I would assume. Definitely. Just agree with me here on this one.
Yeah,
Cornelius
yeah.
will
Like,
once
wing
again,
school.
Yeah.
like, you know, out of character, be like, no one is going to die. It's a part of the show.
Yeah, thus far that hasn't proven very true, okay?
Have you
I don't
seen
believe
my
it.
body? It's real.
Dude, I almost died. And you're like, weird underwater cave simulator.
Hey,
We're
I
not
don't
doing that
actually,
again.
I know, whoa. I don't mean to startle you guys. Like, are you like paying attention to the amount of snow that is like filling up your globe right now?
Yeah, but we gotta get Cornelius to stop trying to kill you before.
Yeah,
It's like-
yeah,
it's like-
fine, we're
I
trying to help
mean-
you.
It's like getting up to like knee higher shin height right now. It's
You
pretty
don't
high.
have-
You know,
much time.
Cornelius, if you would just put your sword blade in
Yeah.
the little
just-
crack that I've made, and then we can hammer on the end of the sword, and I'm pretty sure it'll crack pretty easily.
That's
Once
true,
you
that's a
get
good
through
idea.
the glass, it won't be nearly so bad.
Yeah.
It's an orb. You could make them shatter.
What are the
Maybe not
runes
all at
say on
once,
the
but you can
sword
put a pretty
again?
solid hole in it.
Pardon, the runes on the sword.
Yeah.
Make a sacrifice to prove your loyalty.
Yeah. They'll probably be like, don't think that's what this sword was designed for.
No, it is.
Well,
The sacrifice is the
mean,
orb. You've proven
every-
your loyalty to your own
Yeah.
morals.
hey. Every
Hey,
sword
I'm
is
lawful
designed.
good. You can't.
We know our loyalty. And we know what choice we must make.
No, I don't think you do, man. Hey, Sharpay, can you help me, like, I don't know, tie him down or something?
Yeah,
Or steal his
sure.
sword? Steal his
I-
sword, you know? I know we're saying this right in front of his face, but I think it might still work.
Yeah,
How do you
like,
guys wanna
she's
go
just,
about
she's just
this?
gonna just like from behind him, she's just gonna give him like a hug.
Roll contested strength. I guess this is a grapple.
She's not even
believe
really
in
like
you.
trying to stop him. She's just like
Oh.
trying to like power of love.
Okay, you're not trying to stop him, Cornelius.
Oh,
Are you
okay.
trying to resist this though?
He's probably still holding the sword in like a, I don't know, like triumphant manner, ready.
All right.
I got
And-
a 16.
I,
Are
I
you
mean,
trying to grapple?
I mean, like, not really restraining, but just like keeping him like from like leaving her grasp and like going forward towards the statue.
okay, well then Cornelius gets advantage because like he's actively probably not
Fair enough.
wanting to be grappled against
Look,
a half-hearted grapple.
If you guys are not stopping him right now, like if there's nothing stopping him, he's gonna take
No,
another
I'm
swing.
stopping him.
Stop it.
I think Arden's directly in front of him.
All
Between
right,
him
then
and
yeah,
the
just try
statue.
hard
Like-
with my 16.
And if
Okay,
he tries
cool.
to get closer, she'll kick him in the
So
unmentionables.
just
True.
contested strength with Cornelius at advantage. Because the power
Cornelius
of
at
love
advantage? Okay.
versus the power
Try
of
anything and you'll
wanting.
never have children,
My-
Cornelius.
sorry, my
True.
headphones are going
Well,
out. for
he's
some
already
reason.
gay.
Oh,
That's, I
Headphones?
mean, yeah, but it's more the implication than the
That's
actual
true. That's true.
lack of ability to create an
Okay.
error.
hello. Yeah, no, you're at advantage for strength.
Okay. Well, yeah, no, Cornelius is still trying to follow through. So,
Oh yeah.
at advantage,
Yes.
yeah, my rolls have only got lower, so. All right. What is this roll?
16.
This is
Oh.
athletics, and it's
Yeah.
against a
Athletics?
Oh,
16.
I didn't make it athletics. I just rolled strength. So
Oh.
if it's athletics, then that is a 21.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, I got a 16, so.
Oh no. Dang. All right. Well, I'd say that there's a moment where there's like a proper struggle, where it's two combatants who are very much at an equal level of strength, I would say. As Sharpay, you're initially going for like, probably like you said, like a hug, but as you realize Cornelius is legitimately still trying to go through with his next action, you grip on a lot tighter and start digging your heels into the ground so that it's an actually really sturdy grab.
Can I
Okay,
like?
well,
We're going to die
Okay,
if we
now
do
that
not
he's
make a
grappled,
choice.
I'm gonna try and steal his sword. I'm stealing it.
Sleight of hand. Yeah, contested sleight of hand. Arden, you get advantage because Cornelius is
sword.
grappled.
You guys can easily bully me because I'm just
16
I roll low.
No.
5 is 21.
I'm trying to manifest so hard for you right
14.
now.
21, I am steal your sword. To be fair, I have the
Yeah.
advantage because I've already got my warhammer there. I can just twist it
Arden.
around and
Snatches the sword right from your grasp.
my sword now. I'm gonna go stick it in a hole in the wall and then
Yeah.
whack it on the end
We
really
don't have
hard.
to listen to her. Why is she telling us to prove our loyalty? We can do it ourselves.
Yeah, our loyalty is to each other.
So
All right,
true.
you run over to the wall. Roll to hit.
Yeah.
Cornelius is just being fucking
Let's see.
held.
That's a 25, and then for damage, that's a. Oh, I rolled an 8, so plus 5 is 13.
13.
Yeah.
You run up to the wall, charging in a
I s-
fury, slam the sword into the wall, ice on ice, and 13. You said 13 damage?
Although I didn't make a sword attack. I was going to say I'd put the sword in the crack and then whack it with the hammer because...
Oh, okay.
I guess as a monk
okay.
I have proficiency
in, like,
short
the
swords
sword with the hammer.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We're getting some like you know, if you're splitting logs and you put like a thing on top of it and you put the thing instead of that's the vibes we're going for here.
You raise the hammer back, slam down on the back of the sword. The sword is made entirely out of ice, and the sword just fucking crumbles into a puddle of ice on the floor.
Fine. That is also an acceptable outcome.
And because you have managed to hit both the sword and the wall, which both have like the reverb effect, you're gonna take, instead of just 13 cold damage, you take 26 cold damage. As it just explodes into an icy mist, and the wall barely cracks.
Progress.
Not effective enough. Wait, actually, maybe the next step is take this.
The snow is now up to your guys' like higher chest area.
Well, Arden's taken away the option for murder, so now they have to help her.
Yeah.
Can Cornelius?
Hey, Cornelius, you got any like fire spell? Wait.
I want Cornelius to do like a big struggle and just kind of try and like push forward and smash into the statue himself, like with his body.
Stop him from doing that.
Roll. Ooh, yeah. How do I want to roll this? I mean, I guess contested athletics again?
Oh no. That's not what I'm good at.
It's not great for me. 15.
Wait, no. Grapple. Hang on. Let me look at grapple itself because I don't think grapple restricts like you from attacking when you're grappled.
It doesn't.
I
feel like
I think his speed is 0.
His speed is 0, but you guys are still right next to this thing. So
he's basically like, if he's being grabbed at the waist, he's trying to like pull his body forward and basically like headbutt it.
Holy shit.
Like,
okay, you know what? Roll to hit.
Bruh.
Okay.
I hope you fuck this up. I hope you miss.
I don't know how I missed that the sword was made out of ice.
What would that be? Strength?
Yeah.
10.
10? I mean, the AC
10.
is exactly 10 for these statues. So, like, as Arden does this and the sword shatters on the ground and such, Sharpay, as you look over your shoulder, probably to get a glimpse of what exactly is happening over there, Cornelius just, like, rears back like a bucking horse, slams his head forward into it, and, the, like, a side of the statue of Jesper's face just cracks, crumbles, falls off, hits the floor, like hits the snow, sinks right into it because it's like that deep snow, and Cornelius like staggers back a little bit. You take like, I'd say that you take like probably 5 bludgeoning damage in response.
I want to say he's probably
not that you feel it,
probably like,
but there is like blood rushing down your face and such.
I was gonna say he's probably spilling blood at this point.
Yes.
He tried to do that with as much force as he could.
And you guys hear a, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck did you just do? What the fuck did you just do to him?
Oh no.
What the fuck did you do?
Oh no.
Hey, can I get the fuck out of here? Can I get the fuck out of here? Do you guys turn around to see real Jesper?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
That entire chunk of his face is gone.
I don't think people usually survive that.
It's the global.
Arden's like, shit, I thought of a better idea. And she's gonna back up and use her longbow instead, because it occurred to me.
Start to aim it, though, you do see as Jesper's body staggers a little bit, face plants forward onto the globe. This
it's not too late. I still have Revivify on my quarterstaff.
True.
Smear of blue rides down the side of the snow globe.
Not
and
too late.
It is starting now as Ozzy is just slamming on the sides of the walls of her own snow globe, like, okay, I don't like this anymore. I genuinely did think he was being fucking legit when he said that this wasn't the whole thing and it was actually a play, but this is fucking real. This is fucking real. What the fuck is wrong with you? As both the snow globes are starting to be lowered into the ground.
Arden is gonna use is gonna back up.
I just want to say this is really good effects work. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
The production
You're
value
doing a good
is
job.
ridiculous.
Yeah, not an effect. Someday he'll realize.
What were you doing, Arden?
She's gonna back up and use what I just remembered I had, which is explosive arrows. Because I forgot I had those!
Has the globe gone away for us yet, or are we about to explode?
This is to get to the other sphere before it's too late for Revivify, because she does have Revivify in her quarterstaff, and she will use it.
Roll to hit!
So, this is the new plan. It's probably a better plan.
It's a great idea.
It's a great idea.
Can I say, as this is happening, that Sharpay just like grabs Cornelius a little bit tighter and just like wrestling, like throws him back and like buries the both of them under the snow so Arden can fucking do this
fucking
explosive
RKO's Cornelius.
Yes. Yes. I should have done that before you fucking did that.
To be fair, he's probably a little bit lightheaded.
Yeah. No, Cornelius, like, you're still kind of like a little bit groggy from everything, like not fully seeing anything. Probably through your brain is like, well, those are good special effects, and then you just get buried into the snow face first.
Yep. Well, I rolled a 10, so that's a 21 total, because this is a +1 longbow.
That hits. Hey, what the fuck is the radius of this explosive arrow?
Very good question.
Let me pull up the document where I have all that. Look, I may be exploding myself, but it's okay.
And others.
It's
and
fine.
Company.
Look, we'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I support it. That's why I'm under here.
I guess maybe the one thing she'd have to think about ahead of time is...
By the way,
I guess if it's big enough that it would, like, for sure take out the statue, then probably she wouldn't do it, but...
As things are going down as well, like, as these globes are going down as well, like, Ozzy once again looks to you and just goes...
It's only a 10-foot radius.
I didn't recognize the other folks of you. You're Sharpay, aren't you?
I'm down here. I can't talk.
Oh, well, she's just gone. Okay, you know, if you ever get the chance after this fucked up death game, can you please visit a friend of mine named Rosie? She's a really big fan of yours. But also,
there's like a thumbs up through the snow.
There's a lot of snow in here, so I don't know exactly, but it's a 10-foot radius. I guess if that would include the statues, then maybe she wouldn't do it, but...
Yeah, no, this is a 30-foot radius statue. But I think I've described everyone...
Oh,
not statue. Orb?
Okay.
But I think I've described everyone as being pretty close together.
Well, I mean, Arden's really fast, so if she's the one running back and forth, that's not really a problem. Her movement speed is like 65. I mean, it's...
True. I just mean that they are close to the crack in the wall.
Oh, okay, so she'd probably just fire at the other end then. Because she wouldn't want to catch the statues in it, because that would, like... be
the other
bad.
end is where the Ozzy statue is. Like, they are close to the Jesper statue, which is also close to the crack in the wall.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, if they're both at, like, different ends of the sphere, then there'd be a part of the sphere that's further away from both of them, right?
Oh, yeah. So, like, in kind of
if it's a 30-foot sphere, then if they're not, like...
Cool.
Both in the same spot next to the wall.
Then, yeah. So, what's the damage on that?
Let's see. Okay,
do
so
I have to roll?
I mean,
I'm a fucking orb. I don't have to roll for dexterity.
It's a DC 15 Dex save, which I don't think
a
sphere has Dex.
Because it's an object.
Yeah, I am an orb, so I have quite literally no dex. I am just a fucking sphere.
And that's 2d10 fire damage, and then the arrow itself is 1d8 plus 5, plus the additional d4 from monk stuff.
Monk.
Let's see. Monk things, you know how it is. Anyway, this is the d8. Let's see, so that's 6 plus 6.
I like the
12
total chaos of, like, Jesper. Head explodes,
3,
slides down, them starting
12
to
plus 3 is
15.
15.
What the
and
fuck
then
can I have
2d10.
Sharpay RKO's Cornelius.
2d10, and this is 9 and
What a series of events.
5. So that's 9 plus 5 is
9 plus
14.
5 is 14.
Yes.
Yes.
14 fire damage, and then 9, 6. Wait, I just did this math. 15 piercing damage.
Okay, 15 okay, cool. You draw back the arrow, let it fire from the side. There is a horrendous shockwave that reverberates inside of this thing, probably due to some sort of physics that involves like snow, liquid, etc., and how sound travels in condensed spaces. All of you guys are suddenly hit with this ringing sensation that's buzzing in your ears from
giving
just how
myself
loud
tinnitus. Let's go.
the explosion is, on top of the fact that your guys' mics are on and would pick this up and play from the speakers, so it double fucking reverberates from that and the speakers of this entire stadium studio theater. So all of your guys' ears ring as heat blasts through the snow globe. Arden, you see the arrow stabs into the side of the snow globe, and as it explodes, there is like an inch-wide hole inside the side of the snow globe. Don't take
Well, we won't
damage
die of
'cause
too much snow now, at least.
that is all you get. I'd say that there is like one more turn of combat actions that you can take before Jesper and everything is gone below the stage. It's like opening the trapdoor and it's lowering.
Let's see. I'm gonna check a couple things. What I have.
I'd say that Cornelius, by the
What
way,
we
you're
need is
probably
Lily
exited from
and
grapple.
Lily's ability to turn into a bat, which could theoretically fit
I'm not
out,
letting
but-
him do that.
Well, I think Cornelius right now is just accepting things until, like, you know, the bubble goes away.
Yeah.
You are in here with me, Cornelius.
You guys
I'll
are just
accept
in
it
the
right
fucking
now.
snow.
You're in
I'm
here
not
with
happy.
me.
This is my angered snow.
Head in snow like ostrich.
Yeah.
I
what
have
could-
to
you know
check
what
through
can
all the
fit in
things
an
I
inch?
could do, because
What?
I could do
A
too many
finch.
things. Hey. The problem with being level 16 is you have so many things.
So many options, so little
So many
time.
things, yeah.
I mean, imagine
True.
being a higher level. Couldn't be anyone here.
Do.
I watched that fucking realization. It was so fucking funny.
I didn't remember if I was high or low or not.
But yeah, I will give you a moment to figure out your next action here.
Fucked.
Fucked.
That would have been fucked if Ozzy died, because you're just like giving an L to Ren for no reason.
Ren allowed me to use her character for this. By the way, these are
Okay.
one-shot characters and other
Yeah.
campaign characters. For those of you who are not in the loop, which is going to be everyone, like, besides like, CC and Cole. It's an inside joke, but now they're canon to Cursed Ones, and now Jesper's fucking
Let's
dead for
go.
real.
It's just a show.
Oh, it's just, of course, actually,
Yeah.
he's not dead for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You die in the show, you die in real life.
Yeah.
Also not.
That's fine.
You die on the stage, you die in real life. Hamilton the musical, done with that property. Goodbye, Lin-Manuel.
He does one show and that's it.
Show stopping is all I can say.
Oh,
I'm just stalling for time right now for
there's,
you.
there's a couple options. One, somebody has spell. Two, and this is the dumb option, which is that I shoot an arrow through the hole, hit the other. This is why this is a dumb option that I won't do, because I don't think it actually worked.
I
hit
mean,
the other sphere, put a small hole in that one, and then just full on javelin throw the quarterstaff through both holes and cast Revivify with it that way.
there is a possibility.
It's not realistic, and B, I'm not even sure how that would work. So.
I want you to know that I would allow it. I would absolutely allow it. It would just take some dex saves and some acrobatic shit.
Well, you know what? Those are the things I'm best at. Let's go. Plan is in motion.
Oh boy.
Not sure how we'll get our quarterstaff back, but it won't work for a week anyway, so...
Holy
Jesper just
fucking-
wakes up with a javelin in their body and like, oh,
It's not a
good, I'm
javelin,
not
it's a
dead.
quarterstaff.
Oh, okay, a quarterstaff in their body. Good thing they're not dead.
It's just I'd be throwing it like a javelin, because I think it would fit through a small hole.
Can I ask, is the other half of his head like still in there?
It's in there.
Okay, because
It just fell off.
I hate to say this, Revivify doesn't restore lost limbs,
It's fine.
which I guess
Here's
it's
the
not really
thing,
a limb, but
we
like,
can
if you
very
just, like,
quickly we can very quickly tape the other half of the face back onto the statue, and I think that'll fix it.
Yeah.
That's your job.
Yeah, alternatively, if someone had mending, I don't know if that would fucking do it. Like,
I don't know if you can mend a human.
Oh, but we wouldn't be
a
mending a human.
person.
We're mending a statue.
Oh, okay. Cornelius
true.
isn't sure of that. Cornelius, who can do anything, isn't sure of that.
Are you guys saying this in character now?
No, he's in here with the snow.
No,
He doesn't even talk.
Arden's just like, Sharpay, put the face back on the statue. I have a plan. And then she's gonna attempt to fire her bow out the hole.
Roll to hit at. It's not a disadvantage. I'm just like doing this at like 3/4 cover for the other.
Yeah, that's
creature.
fair. Let's see. Well, luckily Arden's back at it again, and
AC
I
to
rolled an
beat is
18, which
18.
plus 10 is 28.
Oh. I just said the AC to beat is 18, and then you hit me with 18 plus 10. So
Plus 10. Here's the thing. The thing about Arden is, for some reason, when I play her, I roll pretty well. But also, she just has, at this point, she has like a plus 10 to every attack. So
Jesus fucking Christ. So I need to ask, is this another explosive arrow?
Yeah, well, because I need to put that same kind of dime-sized hole in the other thing.
Yeah,
And
no,
let's just put it this way. A, they're dead already, and their corpse isn't going to get burnt, because clearly it didn't go through it very much, so it's fine.
Yeah. Hey, they're already dead. All right, so
They're already dead. What's the worst that could happen?
You aim back, set forth the arrow. It completely, perfectly whizzes through the first hole, and such like the feathers just barely scrape the ends of this hole as it fires into the side of the ice bubble that Jesper's body is in. And after just like a tiny, I'd say that like you hear the tiniest sound of like a fuse just going like, and there's suddenly once again another rippling explosion that
Turns like nobody's dying on my watch.
A bit of blue blood goop shoots out from the tiny dime-sized hole that is created, but you see as there is once again very perfectly a tiny little hole about the size of like my glasses hole. That size hole is created. And now there is a perfect scenario where if you line this up, a quarterstaff can very perfectly go through both holes.
All right, well, that's what I gotta do. It's quarterstaff time.
This is
how should I roll for this?
This is a very tactical throw.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it sleight of hand at disadvantage because what the fuck?
I believe in the power of the story. And also maybe the power of my dice. I mean,
plot armor, please.
Plot armor, please. Well, you're gonna be ecstatic to know that the lowest I rolled was a 14. The other one's a 19, so it's a little disappointing. And then I add.
If you say plus 10, I'm gonna shit myself. I hope you know.
No, unfortunately, we aren't using acrobatics or any of that, so I just get a plus 5. But that's a 19, so I mean, you know, it might work.
Why did my camera freeze? No. On me scratching my
because
fucking nose.
Life is suffering.
It was too big of an event that it froze me.
I mean, here, a 19 has, like, I don't know what the actual DC for this is, but I feel like a 19 has a chance at least, and it would just be so funny if this worked.
19, unfortunately, was the mental DC I fucking set for this throw.
Uh-huh.
So. With snow up to about your shoulders, you reach down through your pack. It's probably one of those unfolding javelins. So there's a moment where Arden's hands are in the snow, and then a tip of a quarterstaff emerges from the snow.
Just so you know how I planned on doing this, it was stick the quarterstaff in the hole, whack the end of the quarterstaff with the
that is an even funnier idea. Okay, so with that in mind, you twirl it around and gently insert it in, kind of like halfway there. And with that in mind, you take the warhammer from your back, kind of doing like the one eye squint to make sure you line it up right, like a fucking
maybe this works.
Shot. Arden swings back. The audience holds its breath as Arden, and very perfectly, with, like, you know the noise of taking, like, a cardboard, like, tube, and then, like, you put a ball in it, and then it goes whoop.
Yeah.
It goes whoop, whoop, into the other hole, lands on top of Jesper, hits him, like, right in that mushy bit on top of the head, and he goes slamming to the other side, like, on the other side as he's going down.
Head reattaching be before revival part.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I believe in Sharpay's speed.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, Sharpay, just roll acrobatics to see if you get it done in time.
Okay.
I believe in you.
Might be a pretty painful
that's a
experience.
13.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, you pick up the side of the head, just, like, slap it on the side of the statue. Are you just
She probably, like, licks it and, like, tries to get it to stick.
You're just holding it on, and it's, like, slightly sticking. Oh,
we have wax. Something will help attach it.
And as you just hold your hand out and say, "Revivify," the quarterstaff just smacked into Jesper begins to glow, and as the final remnants of the snow globe are seen from the stage, you hear, "What the fuck? Did I shit my pants?" And then it's gone.
Let's go. He's just got a third antler now. It's fine.
And she just kind of stares at it where it doesn't. She's like, "That actually works."
That was sick. I hope we can get that back. It might be a part of his head, but
I mean,
that was fucking tight.
You know,
and in a moment of action, all the snow disappears. The statues down into the ground. The snow globe fully reforms, solidified around you all, as you're plopped back to back again, and Hara leans against the side of your guys' glass bubble. An interesting decision through and through, but you didn't think that was the end of it, did you?
I mean, clearly not. We've been here for how many days now?
I mean...
What more games do you have to play with
They
us?
haven't even given us an actual toilet break.
Why, thank you for asking, you fine, gentlemanly, handsome blue boy. The next challenge is one that will truly show your character. I want you to decide what truly matters to you. The minds of the beasts that took everything from me. Or me. An innocent who simply lost their children.
Who is the beast in question?
You see,
like, before we move on, because I don't know.
Encapsulates her, and another one rises up from the ground as you see Frou emerge from the ground as two statues appear, and Cornelius, another sword, appears in front of you.
Okay, well, we'll kill her.
Down.
She just tried to make us
Arden's
feel
gonna
that...
tackle Cornelius to the floor.
What happened to your...
No thoughts. Only tackle Cornelius to the floor.
Hold on, Arden just tackles Cornelius?
Yeah.
Yes! She just tackles him to the floor.
Before you gets a chance to think.
Sure.
That's the thing. Arden doesn't think. She sees Cornelius, she sees sword, and she goes, I need to tackle him to the floor.
I don't even think Cornelius has had much of a chance to like stand up after being like
Cornelius like is actively
body
getting
slammed into
up
the ground.
Cornelius is like getting up, still bloodied and a little bit woozy. Arden, and then you suddenly feel like tiny hands like on your back that just like fucking pushes you down to the ground.
And Arden sits on top of him.
Do you want to get out of this, Cornelius?
I mean, he probably will, keep trying to stand up. He's not quite fully comprehending everything quite yet,
Roll athletics. Roll athletics. I just want Cornelius to roll athletics.
16.
16?
I got... I lead in really close. Athletics, I have a +0, so I got 7. It's not successful.
And Cornelius... as Arden, very tiny Arden, sits on your back, you just, like, push upwards and shake Arden off onto the ground and stand up, finally.
I'm gonna do that thing where, like, you know how, like, small children will grab onto your leg? That's what she's doing right now.
Arden slides down onto your leg and holds on.
Okay,
I'm gonna make this as difficult for you as possible, Cornelia.
I'm gonna be real. This is a different scenario because she's the one who, like, put us in the snow globe in the first place and made us like try to kill that innocent person for no reason. So like kill her.
Cornelius.
He's probably first going to be like, "Must you make us play these games again?"
Yeah, true. That. Too.
I mean, to be fair, yeah, she has basically set this up. However, Arden's also aware this is an actress.
I mean,
who presumably...
Of course. I mean, as you can see, you guys clearly care for the life of humanoids. But how far does that extend? Are you truly willing to sacrifice me for this mindless, horrible creature?
Honestly, we literally just saw his soul, like, half an hour ago, maybe, at this point. Like, he was a person.
You guys see as Frou-Frou's, like, fucked up, like, elongated venom-like tongue just, like, reaches out and gets stuck to the fucking side of his snow globe, and they're doing, like, a...
No, Frou-Frou.
As they are stuck to it like a tongue on a telephone pole right now.
I mean, this isn't really a sacrifice scenario to me because we were going to come here to, like, make you stop what you're doing because you're murdering people. And
it's an easy choice.
Death.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
Me
don't get me wrong, though. If you would like me to...
beasts.
If you would like me to, girl, I can just, once again, attempt to break out through the snow globe. I mean, clearly it's not that effective, but...
Out of character, my head is, like, not able to think about this too well, but I feel like the easy option here is just going to kill Hara, so... I mean, maybe Cornelius will just...
Yeah, like Sharpay like whispers to Arden, like, since she's like she's actually like doing a job and she's not just like a random kidnapped person like the other two people were. I'm hoping she's like on like payroll and so they won't like actually kill her.
Cornelius is like taking up the sword as you say this.
Arden's like, I'm pretty sure they'll just actually kill her.
Yeah.
Roll to hit, Cornelius.
Well.
All right.
Can Arden try to stop him? Like, I don't know, yank on his foot or something, like throw off his aim?
I got 8, so...
Yeah, no, Arden, you are still on Cornelius's leg, and as Cornelius, is there any cool line you want to say as you try to behead Hara?
Probably not. I think he's just like, he's tired of giving them the time of day.
Yes. Heroically, you bring forth the sword, ready for the moment where you slay the demon. Oh, fucking God. Who is on your leg right now? Oh my gosh.
It's Arden!
Arden is resilient! As you just whiff because Arden holds you just slightly back from doing any actual damage.
Arden's like, look, dude, you can do anything. You can make this not happen.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure if you do that, you'll like actually kill her like the actress. She'll die.
Yeah.
Permanently.
Here's an alternative.
In both contexts. If you die in the play, you die in real life. That's the situation we're in right now. On both levels. Like, we're in a meta-level play right now, but the larger scale play as well, if the actors die, they die in real life, too.
He once again pulls the mic away. I don't think you guys understand. It is all for the show. Nothing
The
is going to
previous
happen.
dude died for realsies too, man.
No, that was
Yeah, he did.
effects. That was effects.
No, he was very dead. I would
I'm the
know.
one
I
who
can
has
tell.
put together. I have helped put together this show for many, many months. I think I would know better than you.
Are you condescending? Is this sexism?
I'm
True.
saying we're going to follow the script.
Okay, can we compromise here? How about instead of playing her silly little game, we just don't participate and we leave her in there? You are a bard. You are very powerful at magic, Cornelius. You don't have a dimension door or something in you?
Yeah, seriously. Come on, man. There's other options here that are so much easier.
And
cooler.
let her roam the world?
No, I'm saying
No,
Terrorizing
she'd be
the
stuck in a snow
lands?
globe.
we keep her in the globe.
She's stuck in a snow globe, dude. She's
Yeah.
not going to roam anywhere. We have plenty of time to, like, tie her up and take her in for, like, you know, to be put in jail.
She was
Sorry,
not
I was
put
trying to
Which is
trying so hard to hold back a smile.
It's not like we're true to reality anyway.
Yeah, and honestly, the concern here is more the actress will actually die. Not
Who
so
will
much
you take the
character.
life of? Me!
She's
an
supposed to play.
innocent.
She's supposed to play Trial later on. You said so. That means you need her alive as an
Or a
actress.
Yes, and she'll be back.
You won't be though. You know what? If you want to risk it, you can break off a finger and see what happens, and then you'll see I'm right.
Yeah,
Cornelius
actually,
is gonna swing again.
Alright, what are you swinging for?
For Hara, the statue of Hara.
Cool, roll to hit.
Yeah. He's trying to show everyone. Alright, this time it's 12. That this
Okay.
is what, everything's fine.
The AC is 10 for these. So, as you guys are just like, yeah, go for the finger. What do you do?
He's probably just doing like a clean middle sweep of it. Not aiming for anything in particular, just kind of,
Cornelius
recklessly.
swings back the sword and right through the center of the torso.
Oh my fucking god. Arden's like, well, I really hope Sharpay was right about the fact that she's actually like an actor working for them. Means that she won't die. Really hoping that's true. That's acting, right?
Is this for the greater good? That you're willing to sacrifice a fine life in exchange for a gibbering creature worth less than nothing?
That's okay. First of all, both are lives. There's clearly two lives in play here, or you wouldn't be able to kill either of them. And the second life is also a human.
You were correct, though.
They're both important.
My children were monsters. They brought nothing to the beginning of Genesis. The people who contribute are the only ones that matter. You made the right choice, hero.
I'm pretty sure that's eugenics. Thumbs down.
Her torso is
That's
split
eugenics.
in half and just squirts up from like an artery from the lower half,
Well,
coats the
really
snow
hope
globe in red
she comes back.
as it descends into the ground.
I mean, they do need her to play that other person, so hopefully they'll bring her back. I mean, Revivify worked, so if they just have someone underneath the stage with Revivify, then everything's fine.
Cleaner than the
And you guys watch as the globe vanishes around you and vanishes around Frou-Frou, who immediately just goes,
What's up, dude?
Hi, for
they run off to
I'm
the
gonna
side and fall
stand
off
up
the
and
fucking
just
stage head
smack
first.
Cornelius on the head.
Okay.
Well, we're finally free.
Hurrah!
Actually, I don't know if Arden's tall enough to smack him.
Are we still in the globe, actually?
Why not?
Did it go
No,
away?
you guys are out of the globe and now just
Yeah.
on the main stage as the snow
Okay.
that was previously violently falling above you has turned into a gentle, victorious flurry.
Yay.
Arden turns to Cornelius and kicks him in the shin. But like not at bone breaking levels, just at like
Yeah,
She's like, I'm very angry at you right now.
he'll probably stagger a bit and just be like, well,
Very angry at you
shall we
right now.
continue our journey then?
Yes, let us continue onwards.
And
Rah.
Arden's giving Cornelius a death glare like the entire time. Like she walks off with them, but she's also just glaring
you guys are
holes
not
in his
walking
head.
off.
Oh,
As you guys
Of
stand in
course.
the middle of this, as Cornelius says this out loud, the stage lights go from that stark pale bone white to a couple of different colors. There's a green, a red, a yellow, a blue, and it all ends on a kind of paler, darker purple, not unlike that of a drow's skin. And very suddenly, these lights start to spin around, and you realize that on the ceiling above you guys, they are spinning in a clock hand position. As from the audience, the rows that are kind of in between each of the seating sections, between like all the silhouetted golden-eyed stares of the audience members, you start to see as spotlights shine down on the side as all of the troupe members begin waltzing down the aisle in this kind of like happy, peppy position and such. They're all doing like a bunch of tiny little actions to one another, like handing each other baskets and such. It's very much similar to the choreography of Belle from Beauty and the Beast. And as they all get close to the stage, one of them is just going to jump up onto the stage, and it is going to, well,
To the bathroom.
you're not exactly sure how, but the Yuan-ti jumps up on stage into a nice pose.
Oh,
You
good.
see her torso has been, like, there is just a line down the middle where it was cut, where it is sealed entirely in, like, molten gold, and every step she takes is, like, staggering like zombies. And as she jumps up on stage, she just goes, "It's time for the wondrous, the fantastical festival of lights! Aren't you ready, comrades? It is I, Trial the Mighty, who will help lead us into discovering how to defeat the daring dragons of Whistlepig."
Off to a great
Yeah.
start. Yeah.
All right,
This isn't
everyone.
disturbing at all.
3, 2, 1. Whistlepig. Da 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 da. Da da da. Da da da. Da da.
Did you forget the song?
Da
Oh.
da 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 da. Everything freezes. The stage lights don't creak or flicker. All of their movements that were previously walking towards the stage are all frozen in place. There's not a movement of muscle that can be detected anywhere around you, nor the rising of or falling of anyone's chests. The remnants of the snow in the air are frozen. It's like you've all suddenly entered the inside of a painting. And of all things to hit you during this adventure, of all the musical numbers you've heard in this presentation, you've gotten to know everyone's voices in this cast relatively well. So it is all that more shocking when you hear the precipice's voice. Any way the wind blows doesn't really matter to me. To me. The light shines from above, bolder than the rest, more natural, as those clock-like formations on the ceiling are replaced with a hole, as the sun stares down on you all from a decrepit hole inside the ceiling. an aged and withered old thing. You see the support beams of the stage around you are crumpled. There are empty seats trashed to the side. The rest of the seating hall has been partially flooded. It's covered in weathering and barnacles. The stage floor is decayed. The wood soft beneath your feet. Like the world has aged thousands of years in a moment. And the air feels different. Right. Your ears pop to the new pressure. You didn't even know that pressure could change with the passing of years. And the stage lights go off. Or rather, the sun's eye closes. And suddenly, you guys are no longer where you previously were. You are just in a room of complete darkness. The only thing that is slightly illuminated is a small stone receptacle. Wrapped around it is a single tendril, dark, slick. It's a statue, but it still has like an oily quality to it. And there is a receptacle for a torch. And if you look above you, the only other thing that shines light onto your guys' features are a dial. A dial that you feel like you could just reach out and grab if you wanted to, even though the distance says otherwise. And the dial goes from the numbers 1 to 4. And 4 is currently highlighted in this bright red. And that is where you are.
That seems bad.
A little. Is that what the dial is set to, the 4?
The dial is set to 4, yes. That's what you get by the red.
Okay.
I was like, well, I guess if the place is empty, think we could look for the quarterstaff? Get that back?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Seems like a plan.
Yeah. Didn't know he could sing. I'm just saying.
I mean, can talk. So
That's true. I just didn't think he'd be.
I mean, being able to sing well is one thing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if this is gonna be his thing, like the truth, like
Yeah.
I guess that's what you'd expect. That I don't know. I guess I
presumably
assumed
he's had if it wasn't able to before, it's had some lessons now.
Yeah. Let's look around.
Yep.
You guys are fully free to do anything, by the way.
Look
we
for
don't have to wait.
Okay, so I guess we'll go look for like under the stage, like where.
Yeah. It's all
or
dark,
like just
right?
around. See if there's anywhere,
If you try to step to like where you know the stage's edge to be, there is no drop off. It is an entirely flat plane.
Okay, but we're in like a building, right? Are there any like? Is this the only room, or are there other rooms?
You are quite literally. You have entered complete darkness. The only things that you see are this dial and
even with dark vision.
Even with dark vision and this like torch receptacle. It is like literally like there is no sunlight here in the slightest. Like no light at all is reaching things. Not even like the bits that can bounce off of things to make dark vision possible, besides from the light sources from the dial and the torch receptacle. And it just kind of leads into like a smooth, textureless almost void.
Okay, well, let's see. I probably have like small things with me because I could cast light on one of them and then just like yeet it.
Yeah. Sharpay can cast dancing lights. What she'd probably try to do is just like take the little teeny ones and just try to like sweep like the floor and like the wall where the dial is, just to see if there's anything interesting. I'd imagine probably not.
Yeah, it's kind of like on the ceiling, but the way the perspective kind of warps is that you feel like you can just kind of reach up and touch it. But as you shine the light up, it's one of those like swallowing sensations where it looks so close, but then it suddenly stretches out and you realize how far it actually is. But you still feel like you could just... It makes no sense. Like, perspectively, it fucks with your head a little bit. But everything else is just like entirely smooth, like an untextured place in a video game that the devs didn't like intend for you to see.
Oh hell nah.
Well, I guess we're in another dimension again.
We are?
Maybe. I mean, probably. Otherwise, I don't know how you get it to look this way. There's magic happening.
Yeah.
Spooky stuff.
Definitely that.
Well, it looks like we can reach the dial. Might as well try. So Arden will just reach up as though she can touch the dial.
even though like the light still makes it seem really, really far, perspective changes so that the dial is very much suddenly in Arden's hand. And you grab onto it, and it's shockingly solid. It feels like cold steel and metal as you wrap your fingers around it.
And what is on this dial other than the number 4?
It is actually the numbers 1 through 4, so it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Currently, it's highlighted on 4.
Well, I'll try turning it to 3.
All right.
Yeah.
Without letting go. I'm still going to hold on to it after it turns to 3.
The entire room changes. And you're very suddenly in a small field. As robed figures sit around at a round table formation near a twisted wooden table. They're all chanting to one another, but their singing is out of tune. One sits in the center with a golden spear, claiming, like, kind of under his breath, he's just like, I thought they would come for it. Thought it would bring fire in his grasp. But instead, did not come to be.
Okay, well, I'll just turn it again to 2. Might as well see all the options before you pick one.
There is no grass on the ground, as you find yourself in a trampled trench of a war zone. There are sticks sitting jagged from the ground, and all of them lead towards a large golden statue of a dragonborn. It's void of most features, but their garb is adventurous and militant in nature. Has a sheen of formality, and their chest is puffed out in strength. Within their squeezed palm, the only thing that isn't gold is a twisted wooden torch.
Okay, I'll turn it to 1.
Wait, no, I get that.
Basically, I'm just like flicking through the channels.
Yeah, right as you reach up, Sharpay, the entire scene like jarringly changes again. And you see an old, worn table in the middle of a field. There are small patches of grass upon the ground, struggling to grow on patchy old dirt. The sky shines down in golden hour light, but you can't see the sun. And there's this parchment on the table, and a quill next to it. The ink has been tipped to the side, it's dried up over years, staining the old worn wood of the table's soft surface. In faded ink, the parchment holds only a half-finished title. The Song of... And it's cut off.
Alright, well, Arden will switch it back to 4 so we can have a discussion about this.
Alright, you are back to the Room of Darkness.
Okay, Arden's like, okay, so, thoughts?
Torch.
Yeah, torch.
Torch onto torch receptacle here. So, I guess let's just give that a shot.
So let's go politely request the torch.
Yeah.
Sensible.
I mean, it's a statue. You're right. We should need to.
Well, yeah, we should still ask, just in case.
You're
This feels like the kind of situation where you should, like, ask.
You're right.
And Arden will turn it to 2, then.
Alright. You return once again, where the golden dragonborn statue stands with the torch grasped firmly in its hands.
Hello. Excuse us.
Gold. I don't.
Do you mind if we take your torch?
It is a statue.
Okay, so it probably doesn't care. But we can take this torch and give it a different torch. Just like a normal torch.
Yeah.
That feels probably polite.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I don't
Arden's like still kind of holding on the dial, like, do you think I can let go of the dial, or do you think it'll disappear if I do that?
I can hold on to the dial if you want.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. I don't think it's...
I get the concern, though. I'm happy to.
Oh, well, I meant, like, you could just go get a torch.
It's gold. I'm not doing that.
Oh, that's right. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, you can hold the dial. Sure.
All right.
Just like,
you hand it over to Sharpay.
holding.
For a moment, like, as like Sharpay's hand grabs it and Arden's lips, you see for a second it, like, glitches up to the top of the world again and then returns to Sharpay's hand.
Okay, so it probably wouldn't disappear? Probably. I don't trust like that, though. And Arden will go walk up to the statue. Is it like an actual torch, or is it like a gold? The torch is gold?
It is a wooden torch.
Okay, so it's a wooden torch.
Yes, so everything else in this scene is gold. except for this
Except
torch.
the torch.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So you reach
All right.
up.
Well,
Yeah.
I will. I guess I'll pull out like a normal torch from my bag, and just like say, since you haven't said anything, I'm gonna assume that this is probably fine, and then she'll just switch them out. Yeah.
Indeed, get the torch in your hand.
Okay. Well, nothing bad happened. So
Is the torch lit?
The
goodbye,
torch is
ma'am.
not lit. It is not lit. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just
All
like,
right.
goodbye, ma'am. And
All right.
then
You crawl
she's
down
like, do you
from
want to
the
turn it back to
statue.
4?
Yeah, I'll turn it back to 4.
You return to 4. Everything is the same. The torch receptacle stands in front of you.
I'll put the torch in the receptacle, and then if nothing happens, I'll light it.
Nothing happens?
Okay, so then I'll light the torch.
With what?
I mean, I have my kit with my stuff with
Okay,
me,
cool.
so...
You quickly take out some tinder and start to try and light it, but once you do, it just, like, catches fire for a second on the match, and then fizzles out.
Huh. Mysterious. Well, I'll just cast light on it instead. And I cast light on the torch.
You quickly cast a light onto it. It shines for a moment before vanishing.
Ooh. Now that's spooky.
It's a rather picky torch. But
Yeah,
as
I guess
you do
so.
put the torch into this pedestal, I will say that the tendril wrapping around it kind of goes down a little bit on it.
And it's like, okay, well, let's see. The dudes at the tables, you think, did they have fire with them?
Not that I saw that we could ask.
They were talking about fire and light shining down, so...
Yeah. No harm in giving it a shot if they try to kill us.
Yeah, we can ask them, at least.
Sure.
Yeah.
You click it over to scene 3, where the robed figures are all sitting in formation, chanting out of tune. And the one in the center, holding a golden sphere, is still just, like, staring upwards, not joined in the chanting.
Alright, well, Arden will walk up to him and be like, excuse me. Do you know how to light a torch that's, like, magical and unlights itself?
Fire comes from great calamity. Calamity.
I mean, yeah, but
is
fire comes from other
caused-
things, too.
Calamity is caused by royalty, by rulers, gods.
Okay.
When things fall into the wrong hands, calamity persists.
Right. Do you know any, like, objects around that seem like they might be heavily involved in a quest of some sort?
He's literally holding it like the gold sphere, and he looks to it.
Oh, yeah, but... She's like, okay, so it is this sphere?
Perhaps.
Would... Like, can we have the sphere? I mean... Or do you need it for something?
I've been holding on to it, waiting for a king. It never came in the past, so now this exists in the future. They
So do
unfurl
you...
their hand.
Oh, okay, so you're just gonna give it to me? Thanks! And Arden
Find
will...
it a purpose, then you can have it.
Thanks! And Arden will take it. She'll be like, is there anything you would like in return? Anything that can, like, help you with your deal here?
One day I hope for our song to be in tune.
Ah, well, we have a bard. Wait, we had a bard with us. Is he still, like, here? Or...
He's gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's like, well, we had a bard with us. Can probably bring you, like, some sheet music or something, and you can, like, try to write down the melody you want, and then if you all practice, like maybe even one at a time, I think you guys could really do a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw a paper and quill. Well, you can just have a paper and quill out of my bag, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. And she'll, like, take out, like, she, like, sets the orb down, like, to the side, because we're at a table, right?
Yeah.
So
It's
she'll
like
set
a
it down,
twisted
like,
wooden table.
yeah. So she'll, like, kind of set it down on the table, and she'll pull out, like, some paper and, like, writing utensils out of her stuff. Like, just, you know, the really basic stuff. And she's like, okay, so do you know how to, like, write music? Taking that as a no. You know, I'll just draw the staff here and label the notes, and then I'll just leave it, and you guys can, like, reference that. I'm sure that'll be good enough, and she'll just, like, quickly, like, kind of scribble down what she knows of, like, the like, the 4 lines. She's like, I think I know.
It's, like, not even straight lines and such as well, because you don't really have a ruler, so it's just, like...
Yeah, she has proficiency in painter's tools, but, you know. So it's, like, not a terrible line, but it's, like, you know, wiggly.
Yeah.
It's wiggly. And she, like, kind of, like, she's like, I know that the spaces are face. So I'll just go from there. And she'll, like, write the F-A-C-E and then fill in the rest of the letters. And then, like, draw, like, a little note on there. And she'll be like, and then right underneath, this is how you write music.
What note do you write? Oh,
she
like,
writes,
this is like, no,
this is a
I thought,
yeah.
I thought you were adding a note
just
to the sheet music.
Oh, no, I mean, she probably also, like, draws a little note off to the side, like, and she like, draws a little, like, note. She's like, there's, like, one that's, like, this, the one on the furthest side, that one's the shortest one, and then one on the other side is the longest one, and I think each time it doubles.
So are you, like, showing them the shortest to longest notes?
Mm-hmm, yeah. She, like, tries to show it to them.
You start to hear all the monks chant. As they're, like, doing the short to long note thing, and they just keep doing it over and over again, and over and over and over again. And
I think you guys have got that. I think you guys have got that down pretty well. So the next thing is notes. There's
this is still being scored by
eight notes. It's A to G. So, and people, there's a song that people use, and you go do re mi fa sol la ti do, and those are the notes.
They all go do re mi fa sol la ti do.
There you go. See, so there's your notes, and you know how long to make things.
They do that thing again where, like, they go from, like, short notes to long notes.
Now, what are you trying to do with your song here? Like, what do you want it to sound like?
We are trying to find the song that will summon her. It's the song. It can't come from now. It'll be written soon, but not now. Never now. Now as before.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, like, if you said you were like, you wanted to try and be in tune.
Looking
so I
for
figure
song to summon her, when we are all in tune with her song.
Okay, gotcha. Well, now you know the notes. So if you get the song, hopefully
we will be able to sing it in tune.
Exactly. All right. Well, I'll just leave this paper here for you. We might be back in a bit if we can find the song, but I don't know that we'll be able to. Still, hopefully this helps you guys out a little bit. And then she picks the sphere back up, and then just kind of, like, turns to Sharpay.
Let's look around.
Yeah.
All right.
Where should we go with the sphere? What was one? I forget what one was.
There was a table, and there was a note on it that was Song of Blank.
Oh, well, they
But
forgot.
yeah, you can just switch it there.
Yeah.
You want to swap it over? All right, with the dial, you appear in that scene where there's an old worn table in the middle of a field. And now Cornelius is there. He just
I guess
appears.
so.
Oh, Cornelius! Oh, man,
I
you're
am
just a
back.
little too late. I had to explain how music works to a bunch of people who are sitting at a table chanting, so that hopefully in the future they can sing their song and summon some lady. I don't know that I don't know that I did a great job at it. You probably been better because you're like a bard and you do music stuff.
You did great.
Yeah.
I
Thanks.
suppose we'll see the results eventually.
Yeah, well, and if we go back with music, you can maybe help them out some more. They gave us this nice sphere, which I think may be part of a puzzle.
Yeah.
Not 100% sure, though.
Cornelius, you don't remember this
unclear.
being part of the script. You get the sense that this was that detour the precipice has warned you about.
Okay. Got it.
Do you need a recap of what's
Honestly,
going
though,
on?
there's a part of me that's a little bit... I mean, if they're summoning someone, like, is that good? Is that bad? I'm not sure. It could be bad. Maybe. Or maybe not. I don't know.
It seemed pretty nice.
Yeah, they seemed all right.
He was nice. It was nice of him to just give you the sphere.
Yeah, it was. No, I think at this point, Arden's, like, gonna walk up to the table and, like, look at the note again.
It still just is... I will say that it is just blank sheet music, so it is actually sheet music, but it's blank, and it just has the title on it that says the song of, and then there's ink spilled all over the table that's dried.
Maybe we could make them a song. And then we can just... I don't know. At least then they'll have something nice to sing, I guess.
Yeah.
Cornelius, do you know any songs that are good for, like, you know, a cappella groups?
Not off the top of my head. I mean, plus the ink is dry, so I don't know how you expect to write.
I mean, I've got
whatever.
stuff I can write with. It's maybe not as nice, but that's okay, I think.
Could we also try like clicking back over to 4? I guess like.
Yeah,
'Cause
sure.
In my
And
mind,
see if we can
like,
figure out what to
if
do
we're
with the
going
sphere.
into the future, can we just like manifest something onto the paper? I don't know.
Where are you guys going?
I guess to 4.
Okay.
Just like picking up the paper.
All right. Oh, you picked up the paper?
Yeah, if she can do that. If it's not, it's
Okay,
fine.
you pick it up and you click over to 4. You are back to this dark void with the torch receptacle in the middle of it that has your stick in it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up with the orb and, like...
Do you need a recap of what's going on, Cole?
I don't fully understand.
Okay,
but,
cool. So they have a dial that they can swap between 1, 2, 3, and 4. And these are each different scenes.
Gathered that at least.
Okay. Scene 4 is just like where they started. It's just a dark void with a torch receptacle in it. They already got an unlit torch by taking it from a statue of a golden dragonborn and putting it in here, and now they're trying to find a way to light it because they couldn't light it with their normal means.
Okay.
And they
Vern's gonna try, like, striking a spark off of the... Well, okay, maybe that's not what she does first. First, she just tries, like, setting the orb on top of the torch
paper.
because...
Oh.
The orb.
The orb?
On top of the torch. Just try... She's gonna try and set it... In case it, like, turns into fire. The sphere thing.
The sphere?
Yeah. Didn't he have a sphere?
But she gave them a sphere.
Like the weapon.
Oh,
yeah.
A spear.
That makes a lot more sense.
Homonyms are tough.
Okay, so actually...
no, that's okay. I already had I did the lob thing today, so...
we all
should give the golden dragonborn the spear. Maybe she can hold that. Like, if she was holding the torch before, maybe she can hold the spear.
True.
Because it's gold, like she is.
Sure, give that a shot. And
Yeah.
click it back over.
Maybe the golden dragonborn's the person they're waiting for, and we can, like...
All right.
Maybe.
You return to the golden dragonborn with, once again, that lack of features, and their palm currently gripping one of those normal torches that you gave to it.
Yeah, I felt bad about just taking a torch, so... Now I'm gonna give the dragonborn the spear, and also take back my torch.
Alright, cool. You slot it in. The hand that was previously kind of like floating away from the objects solidifies and grips it.
Oh, okay, so that was for you.
And you hear just like very faintly in the wind, Mama just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pulled my trigger, now he's dead. And it vanishes again.
Okay. Well, that was something.
That was a song. That sounds like a
It
song.
was. We can go
By the power
ask
of
the other
Bohemian
group
Rhapsody.
if they seem. We can go ask the other group if that seems like the right song for them.
Yeah.
If I turn on a light, it's getting
You
kind
guys
of
like
difficult.
Queen?
Queen?
Of course.
Everyone likes Queen. All right, are you going to click on over to the scene with them?
Yeah.
Cool.
Whatever.
There is a round table of burnt skeletons splayed out upon a table, which is now no better than firewood. The air smells of char and smoke, and there is
I think
a
this
fire.
probably means that they succeeded in summoning her.
There is a fire in the middle of the table, and the wind howls in a broken melody.
Probably a good
So-
way to light
Do you want
a
to light
torch.
the torch?
So you want to light the
I guess, yeah. I mean, hopefully this means that they succeeded in summoning her, and this was just their goal. Honestly, they did seem like maybe a cult, so
Yeah.
I guess it wouldn't be that surprising. People are very strange.
Yeah.
I guess I'd have to like go get the torch.
Oh
then.
yeah.
Or actually,
from-
wait.
No, we brought it with us. Arden has it because we were asking him if he could light it.
Yeah. We can say that you have it.
Don't we?
Okay. I mean,
yeah,
otherwise you can
I
just
think
go
you
get
put
it.
I think
so.
you put it in the receptacle, but we'll just say Arden has it for the sake of
No, we
simplicity.
took it out of the receptacles because we were like, hey, do you have anything that could light a magical
yeah, the orb.
torch?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. The sphere.
So I guess I'm like, well, I guess they gave us a way to light the torch.
All right.
Hopefully they're happy, and then
Yeah.
light the torch.
All right. You stick it into the fire. It to life in your hand.
Nice. Well, I guess now maybe I should go put it back in the
she'll
receptacle.
click it back to 4.
All right. You click it, and right as you reach to put it in, it goes out.
Oh,
Oh, isn't there wind? Didn't you
Yes.
say?
that was
Yeah.
weird.
Seems to
okay.
need something stronger to attach to. Something to keep it burning.
Well, it's burning the table, right? So just grab the whole table.
Pick up a burning table, throw it on torch receptacle.
Maybe we should check
I
on
mean,
the
that
other
seems-
two scenes.
Sure.
Yeah. She'll
Alright.
click it back to.
I mean, maybe we need a fresh table. We can go grab the table from
yeah,
one.
true.
Mm-hmm.
I guess she'll check one first.
All right, you're gonna check one. There are tombstones, and golden flowers sit on top of them. That is the only remaining vegetation in this area. In the distance of waves on the ocean around this tiny little like island you're on top of, there is smoke, and the air itself is brown from smoke.
See, that seems bad. Maybe we should go take the spear back.
On top of a tomb is the burnt parchment that still just says the Song of. And now a single golden spear is planted into the ground and is pointing upwards.
Yeah, I think the spear was, I mean, puzzle solving, but I guess that didn't end well. So
It
maybe we
looked
should go
up.
take the spear back.
Maybe.
What's up, Cornelius?
You said it was pointing up. Is there anything
Yes.
above us?
No.
Okay.
Is
It's
this like?
just, it's just like stuck into the ground where the spear head is up. So like
Yeah.
that's the danger spot. But there is nothing directly above you now.
Or is this? Are we gonna get like infinite spheres?
Oh no. They found the
took the
they found
spear.
No, they found the exploit.
Also, do the tombstones say anything?
No, they're all just smudged off.
Unfortunate.
Rip.
Well, I guess grab the spear. You could try taking the flowers too.
Yeah, I meant more like take the spear from 2, because maybe
Oh.
that's what led to everybody like
That's
getting lit on
true.
fire, which seems bad.
You're right, but
Probably.
I'm curious if you take the spear here and then we go over there full of 2 spears.
2 spears.
Oh, you're so right. And Arden's like, okay, you know what? Excellent idea. She'll take that spear,
Yeah.
and then if
Might
we
as
go
well
to
grab
2
the
and switch out the spears, and then go back, there should be another spear, and we can take that spear
Oh
and
no.
go back.
They
switch
found
out
the
spears again.
No. They found the infinite spear glitch.
The infinite spear glitch.
They're gonna start BLJing out of the map. Oh my fucking
The
god.
spear stock market is in shambles.
We eventually come back to the original table with all the people chanting, there's enough spears for everybody.
Yeah.
Arm them.
We arm them. We're like, look, you may not have a god who showed up for you or whatever, but you do have a bunch of spears now, so hopefully that helps.
Alright, are you taking the spear?
Yeah.
Cool. You reach over, you pick up the golden spear, and Sharpay, where are you clicking to?
Do you want to take the flowers too? Like, why not?
I don't know, this is the only vegetation. It'd feel a little sad to take the flowers.
Okay. Then, yeah.
We can
so
always
click
come
it.
back and get them, I guess.
You're right, yeah. Unless they're on
I think
fire.
we're switching to 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
She'll take it to 2.
So, the ground crunches beneath your guys' feet. The air smells like carbon and sulfur. A white dust floats in the air, with burnt golden petals drifting around. A dragonborn, void of most features, but they're wearing adventurous, militant garb. Their golden glisten is etched in blood, and their chest is puffed in determination and domination. Within their squeezed palm is the spear covered in red. At their feet is a single arm reaching out of the rubble in the ground. And their hand is grasped, but there is nothing inside of it.
2 spears.
Two spears! 2 spears!
You make a really good point.
I didn't think about the infinite spear
I'm gonna
glitch
try and
when
take the
making
bloody
this.
spear first, just to see. I'm gonna
take it.
It just worked?
No, you just take it. Yeah, you can just take it out. It's a statue. It's not gonna do anything.
Huh. I didn't expect that to work. Do you? You think I might put the other spear in this thing's hand? Do you think if we go to the other one, there'll be another spear there?
Not fucking infinite spear glitch.
Or is this the future of that? Like, if we take this spear and put it there, will another spear appear here?
She clicks it to 1.
I'm gonna put the bloody spear back where we picked up.
So you put that bloody spear in there, and then
back into the ground. And it's like, if we switch to 2, do you think she'll have a spear again?
both hands have a spear.
Both hands.
Arden's gonna grab both spears.
You take both spears?
Yes.
What?
I have 3.
Are you just gonna break this puzzle by doing infinite
I have 3 spears.
I'm not keeping track of any of this.
Okay, so...
Hey.
Does the guy underground want a spear? Because we have a lot. We can be generous with our spear.
I take
No,
back
I'm trying to duplicate the spear, so the more we have, the better. Do you think we go back to...
Hang on. I take back that the little hand had a spear. The golden statue had 2 spears.
I think we should go back to 1 and see if we can make there be more spears.
So, let me get this right. So, let me get this in my head. So you just took these 2 spears from
now
2.
I have 3 total spears.
So now you have 3 spears.
And there's theoretically at least 1 still in space 1. So I think we should go back there. And see if we plant more spears in the ground. If they'll duplicate again.
You wanna go at 1? You wanna go to
Here's
1?
the problem. is that ultimately Arden is 14.
And
And somewhat easily
14-year-olds.
distracted.
For just complete ADHD energy coming from Arden right now. Just like, there's a puzzle at hand.
The
Let's
curiosity
duplicate
is...
spheres.
You know,
ADHD
it's...
stands for
If she played video games, she'd play them in the way where, like, you just intentionally try to break the game as much as possible, except to be half unintentional.
You're playing
What if I went
this.
outside the map? Like, what if I went through that tiny hole over there that you're probably not supposed to go through, but it doesn't occur to her that you're not supposed to go through it, and then she's underneath the map and she's running around?
So are you guys going back to 1?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how many spears?
3.
So you have 3 spears in your hand
Yes.
right now. Okay.
Yes.
You click back. It is back to the first time you saw this.
Mm-hmm.
So the table is back. It is no longer a tombstone area, and there is no spear in the scene again.
The spear is gone!
Is there anything? It's just totally gone?
It's just the table in a field with that paper on the table that says the song of, and then the ink spilled again.
Well,
Okay.
theoretically, this is an improvement, maybe?
Yeah.
Do you think...
And
Do you think
have
if we
3 spears.
Oh, 3 spears. If we went, there's a spear for each of us.
Yeah.
Do you think if we went to slot 3, if they'd be back to normal too?
That's what I was wondering.
And if so, would they have
also-
a spear again?
Want to find out?
I'm trying to figure out which part of this is the
You-
future and which part's the past. It doesn't. It seems like maybe it's not in order, because
Maybe.
changing the dragon thing changed both of them, which would imply that maybe it's before both of them.
You click back to the robed figures. It is no longer a gravesite. There is no longer a fire. They are all sitting in that formation, chanting to one another, singing out of tune. And the one in the center has a fucking golden spear.
Hey, hello, sir. I have 3 spears. And I would like to make it... I would like to make it 4 spears. Are you willing to give me your spear? I'm trying to infinitely duplicate the spears. And thus far, it's been pretty effective. As you can see, I have 3 of them. Theoretically, if I do this enough times, I can have enough spears. I can have enough spears that you can all have one.
I'm sorry, I need to try and get through this without fucking laughing as this character, because they're fucking monotone as fuck.
You can do it.
Fuck. We Fuck these spears, goddamn. We are not violent folk. I'm simply holding on to this for someone who can find better use for it.
Is infinitely duplicating spears considered a better use for it?
If you find a use for it, then it is yours. They reach out and they open their hand.
I take the spear.
Take the fucking spear.
We now have 4 spears.
Congrats.
Anyway,
Yeah.
If I think we should go to 2 and give the statue a spear
yes,
again.
but I want to ask him the question really quick before, like.
Okay.
So, could you elaborate a little bit on like who you're waiting for?
Sorry, I'm fucking laughing too fucking hard right now from the spear.
So hard I started crying.
Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking piss. Okay. We are waiting for the one that the song is speaking about. Once it is sung, she will appear again in 100 years.
Interesting. Do you know anything about this individual?
She will descend from the heavens and fly down from the sky.
Do you know what she might look like?
She will descend from the heavens and fly down from the sky.
Okay.
And she
Well,
will be
maybe-
the one to keep the fire burning bright.
Okay.
I see.
Hey, Sharpay,
Yeah.
do you think... So they don't seem to want to describe her, but do you think if we took the statue from 2 and brought it here, if they could, like, verify if that's her?
Oh, fucking statue!
I mean, why not?
I'm baffled by this turn of events. What's Cornelius up to? My god.
I should probably
I'm just trying
tell
to
you...
process things myself.
There's a lot of spears. I'm hardly processing. The objective was not to get spears. It is indeed to light a torch. But somehow we have duplicated the spears.
If we
have more than one
rub
spear
the
now.
spears together like sticks, can we start a fire?
No! They're made of gold! Pure gold!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, could
Okay,
we?
well,
I mean, it's a full-size statue, right?
yeah, but I mean, the spears have been coming with us just fine, and I've
Yeah,
before.
to, like, hug it?
Yeah. I mean, if we work together, well, I guess you can't touch it,
If
maybe,
we work
but
together,
We could ask
can...
Cornelius. We could ask Cornelius to do it.
yeah, we could ask Cornelius to help bring it along.
Yeah.
Cornelius, you
statue?
down?
The statue.
I don't
I
think
mean, we can always
need
put
that.
it back.
Yeah. And it's step one, let's see if the statue's still there.
Yeah.
The statue is back to how it was, in the trampled trench of a war zone. This time it no longer has a spear in its hand, or a
'cause we're back
twisted
to the
wooden
beginning.
torch. It is back to the beginning.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go try to just grab the statue.
Yeah.
You put your hand on it. You grab it.
Uh-huh. I grab it. I
Yeah.
kind of wrap my arm around it and try to lift it up a little bit, you know?
Roll athletics.
Cornelius, no.
Cornelius, and then when she fails, she's gonna ask Cornelius for help.
When she fails.
Look. I rolled a 1.
No! You have one hand with all the spears, the other wrapped around the dragonborn, and since it's upon a shiny gold pedestal that's kind of arced downwards, your foot slips on the pedestal, and you do a maneuver where with the spears in your arm, they kind of go up into your face along your jawline, as you're going to take probably 4 piercing damage, 1 piercing damage for every single spear, as they just poke into your face, and then as you slip off the side of the statue and onto the ground.
I was huh, ow. And then I'm gonna use the 1-a-day healing hands thing to try to make that not.
Your once-per-day healing hands for 4 piercing damage.
Well, I've also taken a significant amount of other damage at this point,
true.
so...
Yeah, you just, tap your face a little bit, and the spear wounds quickly heal up.
Oh, well. It happens. Cornelius,
You want me to grab the statue?
well,
Yeah.
can you help me, at least? I think maybe... I'm not actually strong enough to lift a solid gold statue.
I don't think even all 3 of us could lift a solid gold statue.
Cornelius, you can do anything you put your mind to.
Also, if we really wanted to, we could always have Sharpay turn it into silver or copper, which would be lighter.
Is that... what? Is that how that works?
I mean, gold's
I don't-
pretty
We're using it as
I mean,
hey,
density.
is this what you're talking about kind of thing. So I don't think it matters if it's gold.
Yeah!
Come on, Cornelius. You can do it.
Alexa, turn the D20 on.
This is breaking my brain right now.
It's simple. It's easy. Just
It's okay.
I don't think this is going to work, nor do I think that's what they want us to do here.
Yeah, but I have questions.
Then
we're
ask.
being creative.
We did
Cornelius.
ask them. We asked them who they were waiting for. I just want to confirm if it's
Yeah.
this Dragonborn or not.
We're thinking
And
outside.
since they aren't really very talkative, I figure just bringing it is probably the best method.
You know you can actually describe it, right? Like,
Well, yeah,
use
but
your eyes and then
here's the
just
thing.
tell them
yeah, but Cornelius, we can pick it up and bring it to them. Why wouldn't we?
it is a
They've been
solid gold
super
statue.
nice. They gave me a spear
Yeah.
twice.
Yeah. They're all alone out there in their field with their table.
You are
They'd love
breaking
a
me.
little decoration.
You are breaking me right now.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, I can't claim I've never done that before.
D20 on. Oh god. I finally fixed my fucking lighting. Cole, are you okay? Are you dead?
I'm alive. Just very out of it.
Okay, so what is the play here?
just pick it up.
I don't think Cornelius is going to
I mean, you don't
try.
have to pick it up. You just grab it.
Yeah.
Please.
Well, what are my hands going to do better than yours?
You're the
Well,
strongest man
I've already
ever
got these
seen,
spirits. It just makes
Cornelius.
it kind of hard to get a hold of it. Please, Cornelius.
You're
and then
so
he kind of gives
strong
him
and so
like
handsome that you
little.
can do anything. Pick up the statue.
Okay, he'll put his hands on it.
Cornelius, you walk over and just place
You
them
grab
on
the
the statue.
I don't think just touching it is.
Yeah, you got
You might want to like.
I'm not going to
Grab?
pick this up. I don't know what you
You
think.
know,
I
you don't
can
have to pick it up. You just
not?
grab it. You know, like grab it. Just low.
Okay.
Corn-
He grips it.
The Cornelius is
in your
becoming the
mind,
like.
in your
man
mind,
here.
Cornelius, you just hear. Even I would find this hard to improvise with. You're doing a great job. From the fucking precipice right now.
Sharpay, try turning it down.
Alright, as Cornelius is holding the statue, you shift the dial back to the monks.
I really hope
Cornelius,
this works.
you grab air. As it's done.
No.
All right. Now I think we use my idea of, I don't know.
No, we still have a
Speaking
backup plan,
words.
remember? We get Sharpay to turn it into a lighter material.
I don't think that's a good idea. I'm going to be completely honest with you here. I
Okay,
don't think that's a good
I
idea.
can just-
Fine. We can just keep duplicating spears instead.
I could
Ooh,
also
actually, this is something I wanted to try, Sharpay. If we turn the spear into silver and give it the spear, will the same things happen? If the spear
That's a
isn't
good
gold anymore.
question. I'd love to know. I'm also curious if
And we
I
have spare
disintegrate-
spears, so
If I disintegrate the statue, if anything will be in there. Like, what if there's like a like an egg or something?
oh, that's actually a really good point. Which one do you want to do
What?
first?
What? You guys are just fucking around in this scenario.
Look, this is like honestly kind of a break from what's been happening.
Fair.
I guess let's go back to 3. Or wait, no. Where's the statue? Is that 2?
It's 2, yeah.
You're
We're
at
in 3 right now.
You
Yeah.
go to
So statue's
2.
2.
This table of people
Statue.
just keep seeing us appearing and disappearing.
You're at the statue.
So, do you want to disintegrate it first, or
Yeah, sure.
try to give? Okay.
Cornelius, could you hold the dial for me? I'm concerned about it.
Does it
We're ready
not
to
stay there?
disappear.
Yeah, like it kind of like, but I don't want it to do that.
Well,
Wait,
we're worried it'll disappear because we're not in the empty
Yeah.
space anymore.
Wait, you have to hold the dial? Wait.
They
So-
think you.
don't have
Okay,
to,
I
but
need
I
to
just-
clarify. They think you have to hold the dial.
Have
Out of
you tried letting
character.
go?
They have
And
not.
we transitioned hands, and it was like, whoa.
Yeah, I mean, it went up into the sky, so, like, it might be fine, but here's the thing. If the dial disappears and we're just stuck in one of these locations forever, which could be fine, but, like, it could also be bad. So...
Can I just grab, like, Sharpay's hand and move it away?
Yeah, sure. You grab it, you move Sharpay's hand away from the dial, and the dial stays there.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
She
good to know.
over to the statue.
And then you go touch the statue.
Sharpay, you boop the statue. It stays gold.
Whoa, that's mysterious.
You keep poking it, it stays gold with every touch.
Interesting. Can I try
Okay,
spear?
well, let's see. Does that work on the spears here,
Yeah.
Sharpay?
You hand one spear over. It's still gold.
Huh. Okay, well, we can try giving the statue a spear again,
Yeah.
and then seeing if we can just get more spears that way.
Yeah,
I
this
think
also
that is
means
the
that if we
closest
get
you guys
to
have
keep the
been for this
spears-
entire thing.
I mean, we already gave it a spear once, but we weren't satisfied with that, so...
Yeah.
They had to get 4 fucking spears.
I think if we could do it again, we could get, like, even more spears.
Yeah.
We get 3 additional spears each time.
Arrows
That's
would really
actually
need
a pretty
spear too,
sizable
right?
amount. What if we gave this... And then maybe we can try giving this... If this works and we get more spears again, we could try giving this statue 2 spears.
You already have
And see if
2
they
spears.
duplicate twice as fast that way.
We can do that right now because we have 4
That's true.
spears.
That's true.
You put 2
But I wanted to see
spears-
if it worked again first, just as like a control.
You're right. Yeah, let's just do a control. And
This is horrible. This is horrible. You put a spear in the hand of the dragon. I will say that the knob is up for grabs right now if someone wants to fix this fucking mess.
What's
I
wrong?
mean,
We're just
what's wrong? I mean, honestly, this
We
is
are
us taking like a short break. I think we deserve it. I think we deserve it. Earlier
the
today,
dial-
we watched someone die.
The dial is
Twice.
in the air.
Well, Arden will go grab and turn it to 1.
There's 2 fucking... Or no, there's 1 spear. 1 spear, because you put 1 spear in. There's 1 spear in the ground. It is once again the scene with the tombstone spear up. Spear.
I grab the spear.
You grab the
I have 4
spear.
spears. I reach the dial. I turn it to 2.
There's a spear in the hand as well.
Oh yeah, we didn't try like the hand in the ground. Like, does that hand?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the hand.
yeah.
Okay,
Well,
we're
they-
back to. We are also back to the scene with the hand in the ground.
What? Okay. Well, the first thing I want to try is, and Arden will take the spear from the dragon and give
Take
the
it.
spear to the person on the ground.
Okay, where do you turn to?
Oh no, I'm giving the spear to the person on the ground and then
Okay,
turning
you do
back
that.
to 1.
Okay, then you turn back to 1. Okay, so a picnic blanket sits in a lush field. Trees sprout around you, and there are golden roses in this field. There is a sheet of parchment lovingly wrapped with a bow of gold and set upon the picnic blanket. In faded ink, the parchment holds a fully completed sheet music for the Song of a Hero. And there is a
And there's a
single
spear in the
golden
basket.
spear.
Yes.
I take the spear.
Yes.
I look at the scroll. I'm like, do you think we can duplicate this scroll?
No!
And I grab the scroll. It'd be really nice if we give them all their own individual scroll.
You're right.
I'm
Yeah, we
sure
could
they
also
only
just
need
like
one
write
piece.
it down.
No. Let's just
Okay.
keep.
At the
You're
bottom,
right.
Turn back to,
this
here's the thing. Arden turns back to 2.
Okay, fine. You don't see what else is in the scene. You turn back to 2.
Arden's got a one-track mind right now. She grabbed the scroll. She grabbed the spear. She saw there was a picnic blanket. It seemed like a much nicer place than before. She turned it back to 2.
There, it is still. Okay. Ooh. Okay.
You can do it.
The scene is different now.
Oh.
Green grass gently drifts in the cool summer's air, with buds just beginning to sprout on the ground. Moss is covering up an old statue of gold which refuses to corrode. though it does remain headless. The head of the gold statue is held up by a bronze statue. Another dragonborn raises the head up high, with the spear in its hand raised boldly to the sky. Their chest is puffed in determination and face is etched in regret.
I think you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the head.
Don't take the fucking... You take the head.
I say to the statue, excuse me, I'm gonna just borrow this to see something real quick. I take the head. And then I also grab the spear.
You grab the spear?
Yep.
Good! You take it! You take the spear!
What's our steer count? Are we at 4
You
again?
feel
Or
my
5?
fucking
6.
sins crawling up your back right now. You feel God is angry.
I all
at you
feel
right
it over
now.
these spears, baby.
How many spears do you have?
I think it's 5 if she took the steer from 1.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
5.
yeah. So it's 5. We have
Okay.
5 spears.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
add
turn-
fucking encumbrance to this game because of this session. I hope you all know. I'm adding a fucking
I'm
weight
not moving
capacity
very much.
to how
Don't get
many
me wrong,
items.
she cannot move quickly with this many spears in her hands.
Yes.
It's just that she's not moving that much.
Okay,
We're just turning the dial.
where are you going with your head and your 5
I'm gonna
fucking
turn it to
spears?
3.
Okay. So, wait, you took the spear?
Yeah.
From... Okay, so... It is the same as it was before. Wait a second. Yeah, because you took the... Okay. It's back to the first scene you've seen in this, in 3, with everyone sitting around the table, singing out of tune.
Did we take the sheet music? Do we remember to do that?
Spear.
I did take the sheet music.
The fucking spear is back in the main cultist's hand because you reset it back to here.
Arden just stares at the spear in his hand. She did not anticipate that happening. She's like, oh my god. That's a spear. Another spear? Really? And she walks up to the guy. She's like, hey, if I give you a music scroll for your song, would you be willing to trade that for your spear?
Can find better use here, then it is yours.
Oh.
They unfurl it. Is this the melody
Yeah.
I'm looking for?
Mm-hmm.
Place it on their table?
Yeah, I give it to them.
Okay.
I now have 6 spears.
He grabs the sheet music and begins to read. What's up? Where next? You want to do more
is he doing it?
spears? No, they're not doing it yet. You gotta like swap around a bit.
Okay.
I'm like, do you need any... we have a bard here if you want some assistance in like learning how to sing it. Because I know you were having trouble with people staying in tune earlier.
With the
Or
music
currently.
in hand, we will find harmony in time.
Okay.
Great! And I'm gonna turn on the light real quick. Because it's getting dark.
Should we
I like how through the convoluted nature of trying to duplicate spears, you're getting somewhere in this puzzle.
We are.
But
We
you're
are.
ignoring the objective just to get more spears and are resetting everything.
The thing is, it's so easy to just keep...
I fucked this puzzle up real bad, didn't I, gamers?
No.
I really done
Honestly, the
goofed.
takeaway here is that letting me at any puzzle will probably result in some strange results.
Should we check Sue
it's a
again?
thing. This is on me. You shouldn't feel bad. It's also, I will say, I'm having a really good time.
I am as well.
Alright,
This
you're
is the
going
best.
you're going to 2?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
It is back to where you first saw it with no torch in the Dragonborn's hand. It's the bronze Dragonborn once again.
Oh. Wait, so it's the bronze Dragonborn now instead of the gold one?
Or no, it's the gold one. It's the
Oh,
gold
okay.
one. I mixed
Well,
it up.
I'm gonna look around a little and see if I can, like, if I look, like, because we're in a trench, right?
Any spears
Yeah.
lying around.
Well, I'm
There
gonna
are
go and
no-
see if I can find anybody else to give the spear to.
I will just say you can look. You will not find anyone.
Okay.
It is just the statue.
She's like, well, pretty sure I have to give it a spear again if we want to get anywhere with this.
Yeah.
Also, then we can probably get more spears. And so Arden will put a spear in the hand of the dragon.
You put the spear in the hand of the dragon.
And then
Just one
switch
spear?
to one.
Oh, thank God, it's just one fucking spear you put in there. Oh my God.
Oh,
Okay.
actually, that's
No.
a good point. Sharpay,
No.
Yeah.
should we put
No.
should we put an extra spear in there?
No.
Did you want to test that?
No.
I do want to test that.
Okay, and Arden will put a second spear in its hand.
Well, we're
She'll
relinquishing
put
two
it in the
spears.
other
we're getting
hand
two
first.
back. It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
You put two spears in.
Our
and
amount of spears is staying level.
You flip back to one, and there. Okay, it's back to that second scene where there are tombstones. The song is not written. There are two spears in the ground pointed upwards.
You grab the spears.
You grab the spears.
I switch.
The amount of spears we have is the same amount. It's okay.
I now have 6 spears once more, and I will switch back to scene
Because
number
that is the
number
future, and you change the future by taking the spears. The past isn't changed because you changed the future. There's two fucking spears still there. In the Dragonborn's hand.
Oh.
2. I picked up the spears before we switched.
Yeah, no, you picked them up from the future one where they were in the... Oh, no. You picked them up when they were in the ground, so when you go
Yes,
back...
from the tombstones.
Yes.
I picked
so
them
then
up.
There are still two spears.
Yes. So
Yes.
I will take the 2 spears from the
this is
dragon.
Back, by the
One.
way, to where there is the hand reaching out of the ground, the bronze
I
one.
see.
Yep,
back
I will
here.
take the 2 spears.
Mm-hmm.
Can we give the bronze one 2 spears?
I now have 8 spears.
Yes, you have 8
And
spears.
I give the bronze hand to the ground 1 spear.
One
You have
spear.
I'm like, I think I know how to solve this puzzle. I don't
Good.
I
That
don't know
would
if
be
I mean
great.
we could just keep getting more spears if you want to, Sharpay.
I'm tempted that I think we can give them 2 spears as a treat.
Okay, yeah, we'll see what happens. And
Double
Arden
the
will
revolution.
Roll a
Double the
wisdom
revolution.
saving throw.
Me.
although
Roll
if
a
this is like a person's
Arden,
hand,
Arden, roll a wisdom saving throw. Roll a wisdom fucking saving throw, Arden.
if I try to give the dude on the ground too. Okay, and then plus my
Does it
wisdom
only want 1
saving
spear?
throw, which is plus 9. So 7 plus 9 is 16.
16. Please take 10 psychic damage for continuing to try to fucking duplicate spheres.
Or not. I just want him
No,
to
this
have
time we had
spears.
okay. I was
Okay,
like, oh
okay.
man, that gave me a headache.
I believe there's a mental
I guess I'll just give him 1 spear, and she gives
Okay,
him
cool.
1 spear.
Yay.
One spear. One spear. Okay, you put the spear in the bronze hand.
I'm like, okay, well, I think that's the puzzle. And then she'll reach out and switch to 1
Okay.
to like check, basically.
Okay. So, because you gave the sheet music to... Yeah, you gave them the sheet music.
Huh.
Spear, thing. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in a garden of gold flowers, a spear points upwards to the sun's eye. It's dripping from its point, dripping from the impaled, twitching body a scarlet tanager. It tweets through choked breaths the rhythm of the cultists. And at the base of the spear, you see as the thick liquid dripping from its body is dripping into a black glass jar that is filled with liquid much thicker than water. And on top of it, it just says fuel.
I don't like that. So Arden's gonna try and go, like, get it off the spear.
Oh, the bird?
Like, just
Cornelius,
take it off the spear.
Could you spare us a cure wounds for the little
Please.
bird, please?
Or, I mean, we could just reset it again.
I want to think that Cornelius has been experiencing the same pain that the fucking precipice has been right now. So the mental damage that Cornelius has been enduring this whole fucking time.
Boo-hoo, Cornelius. We've all been experiencing mental damage.
Right. Oh.
Finally, it's your turn.
This is boo-hoo to me.
Hey, we have currently, well, including the spear with the bird on it, we have 8 spears.
Okay. But yeah. Do you want to spare cure wounds for the little bird, Cornelius?
I don't think I have a cure wounds.
What do you mean?
I think the closest thing I have is healing word.
Well,
that's good enough, probably.
It's a bird. It's probably only got like 3 hit points tops.
Yeah, I guess I can help out.
Thank you, Cornelius. You really can do anything.
It's healing word. I don't have the mental energy to process, like,
that's
what
okay. Cornelius doesn't either.
This.
That's okay. I think Cornelius is just short-circuiting at the amount of spears.
Well,
that's fair, honestly. The precipice is gonna make us rich.
If a bird...
this is payments because we have to replace the quarterstaff now.
If a bird?
If bird low, then I don't need to...
Bird low.
Ability. That'd be 8.
Okay. What word do you even say? What can even be uttered in this moment?
It's probably just like, okay. And him, like, in agreement. That's his word.
The bird seals itself back and flies away.
Yay! And looks at the fuel. She's like, I think we're supposed to use this to light the torch. But that feels really, really gross. I don't know if I, like, want to do that. That doesn't feel
gross,
right.
But it makes sense.
Yeah, but I don't like that. I don't think... I don't think I support that. I will take this spear, though.
You hold the spears, I'll hold the fuel.
Okay.
The spear
I guess.
And the fuel.
Is there anything else in this scene we should know about?
No.
Yeah, like looking around.
Okay. That's all.
There's some beautiful flowers.
Well, I feel like this is more fucked up than the previous time. And I think if we go to number 2, we can reset it. And I think maybe that'd be good because I don't know. I think maybe whatever those cultist dudes summoned was like not great because I don't know, something about fuel and stabbing birds for that. I don't think I like that very much, honestly. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Well, I switched to 2 again.
Okay, so to 2, the Dragonborn scene, right? Yes,
yep.
Yes. It is back again where the bronze Dragonborn is holding the head of the gold Dragonborn with their spear in the air. They just don't fucking care.
I look at it, I'm like, yeah, I think maybe we should reset this. She kind of looks at the number of spears in her hands and shrugs, takes the 9th spear, and is like, hopefully this will make it so that there's no really weird bird murder happening. Although, should we check on what the cultists are doing before
I think so.
we reset it? Because I don't know if we've ever actually seen what they do in this win scenario.
Yeah.
So
I think we should let them keep the spear, I think.
okay.
Okay.
Jordan will put the spear back
Okay,
and
you
switch
put
to
the-
3.
Okay, cool. You switch to 3, where at the table all of the robed figures are hand in hand around. Actually, yeah, they're all hand in hand with a single piece of levitating, golden glowing sheet music in front of them, and all of them are probably just humming to themselves in perfect harmony. Just the just
So is
like
that
Song
it?
of a Hero melody.
And they all have spears.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
That'd be pretty funny,
No, they
but-
don't. They don't have any spears here. There's no spears in this timeline besides the 9 fucking spears you own, you time-traveling fucking heathen.
Well,
only
right
eight.
now I only have
Only
8.
eight.
Okay, you're 8 spears. Anyways, they're just humming and singing that melody to each other.
Good for them. Should we check back with 4 and see if maybe the wind stopped?
Sure. Switch it to 4.
4, as always, stays the same as it is.
Hmm.
I
It is
wonder if we
simply
could
the
store our
receptacle.
spare spears here. Because we have, like, kind of a
I don't
lot
want to
of
let
them
them
now.
go. I think we want
Please
That's
let
fair.
it be
Okay.
known I will destroy every fucking spear you have. And I will never put another spear in this game again.
uh,
My wrath
Anyway.
will be felt.
well, Arden's kind of like, okay, well, still feel really weird about whatever they summon, so I guess, and then she'll reach and switch it to 2.
Okay, to 2. Back to the dragon scene.
Mhm.
So, it's exactly how you left it.
Okay. She's gonna take the spear to hopefully reset things, because the future seems, I don't know, it seems like
9
something.
Spears. What next, gamer?
She's gonna switch to 3 and see if they're still chanting.
They are back to exactly how they were when you first saw. Oh no.
So they don't have any scroll anymore.
No,
Arden kind of looks at the
they do
spear.
have a spear.
Arden looks at the spear. She looks at Sharpay. She looks at the spear. She'll nod and take the spear. Well, ask
Don't
for
even-
it, basically, but...
You can
She's
find
like,
a
"Do you
better
mind
use
if-"
for this spear.
Yeah, I have a better use for it.
You feel
You're gonna
your
love
sins
what happens
crawling
next.
down your back, and you know somewhere in your heart that one day this will come to bite you in the back, and I will find a way to make you pay for this suffering. You feel that crawling down the back of your spine, raising the hairs on the back of your head. You know somewhere that you've pissed off a powerful force that will hold no mercy when the time is right.
What
You
if we
grab
have
the
like
spear.
every character in this scenario gets a spear?
No, not
Hey,
the
do you-
spear
do you guys-
timeline.
Has a spear.
Arden
Golden
looks
has
at
a
the
spear. Bronze
rest
has
of
a
the...
spear.
No.
Arden looks at the rest of the game. She's like, do you guys, like, want the spears as, like, we can make, like, a fence or something for you?
They're
We have a
not.
lot of spears.
A violent foe. We are simply trying to
You know, you
sing
could
in
blunt the
harmony.
spears and use them as, like...
We are simply
um,
trying to sing in harmony. Sing for the music. Summon.
That's very beautiful.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, all right. Thanks, I guess.
Should we
And Arden will switch to number 2.
do this thing again where 3 becomes on fire, and then if we set the fuel on fire, will it be strong enough to deal with the wind?
Yep, I mean, probably. So that means we just need to go give the dragon a spear again.
We're not stingy, fortunately.
No, we have plenty
we
to
sure
share.
we sure as fuck aren't. Alright. You swap over to 2,
Turn
where
to 2.
once again it is back to where it originally stands.
Arden gives Dragonborn a spear.
The hand closes around it in a death grip.
Okay. Now if we switch to, and she switches to 3.
All of the cloaked figures of the round table are burnt corpses. It smells like char and firewood, and there is a massive fire on the table.
Okay. Arden's gonna be like, do you really think we should use this fuel?
Well, didn't you guys have
It's
a
either
torch
this or
before?
collecting more steers.
I mean, I guess. It just... This
Cornelius
fuel feels kind of cursed.
Did you
Why
want to
don't
say
you-
that again?
Why don't you just put the fuel on your torch and then light it with
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, no, that
Okay,
was
yes,
the
I
plan.
thought the plan was to just light the fuel on fire, and I was going to be a little bit concerned.
That's true.
Oh, no,
yeah.
I
didn't
don't know,
realize
the fuel...
yeah.
It's
Stick
like
the torch.
bird blood, but weirder, and I don't know. It feels like lighting the torch. I just wanted to okay it with you first in case it explodes or something and tries to kill
Yeah.
us.
It's a little gross,
I'm sure we'll
but
be
I
fine.
believe it's this or, you know.
Yeah. Well, let's go create the ideal timeline, and she'll switch just back to 2.
Wait, can we just light the torch here?
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, I forgot.
All right, you
Arden will
switch back to
put
2
the-
and then back to
Yeah.
3.
Arden puts the fuel on the torch. She's like, I got
Right.
ahead of myself.
You dip the
Like,
torch
kinda like-
in the fuel.
Yeah, and takes
You-
it out with
You
like
pull it out. It's like dripping with that kind of oily blood. It seeps into all the kind of cracks and crevasses that are made from like termite marks.
And it's like, I don't really like this very much. And she
Yeah.
like sticks it in the fire real quick.
It erupts into a bright golden flame.
Yeah, that feels shady.
Gold.
Well, now let's go create the ideal future. And she switches to 2.
2?
Yeah, just straight to 2.
Okay. It is with the spear. Or no, fuck. All I can think is spear. Okay, so the Dragonborn and the hand reaching out of the ground.
She'll take the spear from the Dragonborn and give it to the one on the ground.
Okay, cool. Yes. Then where?
And then she switches to 1 to make sure it worked.
It indeed did. You are back to the picnic blanket and the Song of the Hero on the picnic blanket. Blanket with
She looks
golden
at the Song of the
roses.
Hero. She's like,
Yeah.
I think maybe the hero isn't great. And she'll take the scroll
Aw.
and light it on fire using a torch.
Oh,
She just takes the scroll and like burns it.
it burns.
He's like, that did not create a good future. This seems like the ideal future. There's like a picnic blanket. It seems cute, like nice, positive.
A little scarlet tanager ebbs and flows around in the air and flutters around and flies away.
And it's like, okay.
It
Well-
glimpses at your spears.
Arden looks at Spear. She's like, I think I'll just leave the spear this time, maybe. Unless you want another one, Sharpay. Currently, we have 9.
Character development.
I'm exercising restraint.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll flick through all of them real quick. So she switches to 2.
Okay, 2, it is the victorious bronze dragonborn with the head of the golden one.
She's like, she like looks at it real quick. She's like, what if we just left them a few extra spears here? Like, would the people of this time, what do you think they'd do with that?
I don't know.
Well, we'll leave them 1 extra. And so
Yeah.
she'll try putting the spear like next to the statue, basically.
You plant an extra spear down, just in case they
And then
want
flick
it.
to the future to see what it did. So to 1 again to see what happened.
There are two spears sticking out of the ground.
It's like,
Is the song of a hero still gone?
Yeah, it's there though. Actually, it is there because
Oh.
kind of reset it, so it's back.
Oh.
But there's
Well, you want to burn it again?
sure. Arden will quick burn it.
You burn.
And then she'll just be like, well, there were 2
3?
tombstones, so presumably there's 2 people. So it feels right for there to be 2 spears, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, and then she'll switch to 3. See what's there.
Okay. The table has been packed up and vacated.
if we left the spear here, would actually,
we are relinquishing our spears.
You know
What's so
what?
wrong about that?
yeah. I don't know. Also, I don't know if there really needs to be that many.
There
sure
better
they
be
do,
a
actually, 'cause
moment.
this is before-
There better be a moment in this campaign where you Chekhov's spear these fucking 8-ass spears. If you don't use these, it is going to be the
sell
funniest
them.
thing. Oh yeah. Anyway,
You make a lot of money off of these spears, you know.
Yeah.
They're solid gold and they're immune to curses,
Oh
apparently.
Yeah.
So.
fuck.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, actually, maybe we should use them and, like, stab the precipice with them and see what happens.
True. Actually true.
Maybe I'll go get back the spear that I left in number
Hang on,
2.
did you say that out loud?
No, Arden's just thinking it.
Okay.
Arden's like,
Because Cornelius is right fucking there.
yeah, I know, she
Oh,
wouldn't
what's
say
he
it in
gonna
front of
do? Take
Cornelius.
your spears away?
Arden's gonna sneak up to Sharpay and be like, come here, come away from
Yeah.
Cornelius.
Yeah.
He's gonna whisper really quiet in her ear. Do you think anything would happen if we, like, stab the precipice with one of these cursing spears? Or what if we gave one to Fluffy? To
Who?
Frou Frou. Sorry.
Fluffy.
Oh, frou. He'd probably eat it.
The dial is in the air, by the way. Just there.
I just turn it to 4 while they're talking.
Yeah, you click it to 4.
We have the torch on fire,
The
right?
flame,
Is
yeah,
it gonna
the
blow
torch.
out?
The torch is still on fire.
Okay. We
Arden's
did
like,
it.
oh, okay, well, I guess we'll just leave them
Yay.
with 2 spears in their world now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just to make it clear that some strange something was happening. I think it's funny that way. It's fun that
Yeah.
way.
do you wanna put the torch in the torch
Yeah.
receptacle?
Puts the torch in the torch receptacle. As you do.
The dial vanishes.
Ah, well, I
Do
guess
this
we
whole
did it
part of
then.
I was gonna do this whole part of the puzzle where, like, the lyrics of Bohemian Rhapsody, like corresponded, but the spears were so.
we took so many spears, we confused the
Nothing
precipice so much, it was
Yeah,
like,
what's our spear count, by the way? Is it 5 or
Anyone
6?
can see.
it's 8.
It's 8.
Nothing
It's
really
8.
matters.
It's 8 spears.
Great to hear.
Nothing
we have 8
really
spears.
matters.
And Sharpay, you could have a spear.
Yay!
And it'll stay gold, I think, probably.
Yay!
There is
I'm
a
so happy about
moment-
this.
There's a moment of pause as you are back on the stage. Arden,
8 spears.
8 spears. 4 in one arm, 4 in the other arm. You are all center stage once again as the audience is applauding you for your work.
I was like, dang.
The cast, who
Huh.
are still in their kind of whistle pig poses, all look at Cornelius with this look of, what?
He gives them
Arden's
a
gonna
look
give
like,
a
"I
spear
don't
to
know
Sharpay.
either."
You,
Yay!
you
Oh, yeah, I can
Okay,
hold some
spear.
of those if you want.
To see if it's
Here.
still curse immune. If it's still immune to her curse.
Oh, right.
It does indeed stay gold as the audience cheers louder.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I can hold
And
some
then-
of them if you want.
Yeah, sure. I'll give you
Lights.
half of them.
Thank
You played a big role in this, and honestly,
thank
Cornelius
you.
doesn't seem interested. So
Thank you. I'll
Arden gives you
cherish
4
these for the rest of my
gold
life.
spears.
Alright, you guys both have 4 golden spears. And you realize that during this time, the set has changed. It seems to be almost like a jungle in nature, covered in lush foliage, leaves, and flowers. And then, as you guys are, trading your spears, getting ready for the next thing, processing what the fuck just happened if you're Cornelius, you guys
Poor
begin to hear
Cornelius.
a jingling noise. Just, you know what, let's just do that noise for it. A little jingle, and then with every other step, there's like a squeak, 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 as Squish runs up onto the stage, jumps on top, and he's wearing, like, Do you guys know that one Met Gala outfit that Billy Porter wore, where it's like the 2 giant wings attached to his arms? I'll show you later if
but I'll
not.
take your word for it.
But he spreads them out, flaps them twice, and just goes, "I'm the prophecy!"
Oh no!
And he reaches down in his pocket, pulls out the prophecy's eye, looks at Cornelius. "Look what I stole from the old guy! I'm gonna destroy this roll!" And we're gonna end this session off here.
Well, if the prophecy comes back, we can pin it to the floor with spears, so it's fine.
Unfortunately, it will be no match for our 8 spears.
Which are all technically the same spear, but like from different points of the timeline.
Let's just
somehow.
do closing remarks. Let's just do closing remarks. Cole.
I'm so sorry. I've been so out of it.
No, that's fine. You're so
It's not all because of the spears. I'm not gonna blame spear shenanigans on that.
Radicole is a spear positive supporter.
Pro spear.
You've had a long day and you deserve rest, Gaymer. That's all I will say. Morgue, closing remarks.
I am having the time of my fucking life.
I'm so glad.
I laughed so hard, I was like crying a little bit.
This was genuinely really fun. Cece, closing remarks.
Absolutely incredible.
We did it, everyone. We cured curses. It's over.
End the campaign
First
here. We need
We did
nothing
it.
else. My
Let's
closing
go.
remarks is first the dolphins, now the spears. Tune in next week where maybe Chekhov's gun, they're used. We'll have to see.
Well, we're definitely using them eventually.
This is genuinely really funny, though. I know I kept acting annoyed, but it was really funny. Tune in next week where I make sure that my puzzles are not exploitable. Bye!
Bye.
Hey,